So, ladies and gentlemen, by this time you would have heard that our final defence of Hadrian's Wall has failed. The Scots, they went out there in true Scottish fashion, bless them, all painted up in woad, wearing kilts, and they thought the best way to see off the Kawaii Illuminati menace was to William Wallace them. Unfortunately, they weren't expecting a horde of adorable little Asian girls to run up and paint cat whiskers and cute little button noses on their asses. So they succumbed, meaning we are it. We are the last of humanity. We've gone into lockdown. We have some supplies to last us for a little while, but this is all going to rely on how long it takes them to find us. I'm afraid our last best hope lies with the Blue Sky Research Department. Yes, admittedly, right now we're all feeling very silly for not giving them more funding. Those fucking goats, they were the end of us. Well, let's see what they've got to say, ladies and gentlemen. I'm now going to hand you over to the Blue Sky Research Department.
Cinnamon Twizzler, Gay Vulture, Sexy Lion, Massive Tweety Bird. And welcome to the Pot Topic Podcast, issue 33. That was unrehearsed. That was really weird. We're on a level tonight. This is good.
Excellent. I mean, something needs to go right.
Yeah. On this podcast, we have two pots. One from the host, one from the community, filled with topics. We draw them at random and bore you for 2 hours solid. Enjoy.
Yay! Yeah, first up, Tom, you bought the whiskey this time. Oh, you haven't done hosts.
I haven't done
Lol, the hosts.
The hosts. Right, so there's me, Tom. How's it going? You right? And then there's Taran.
Hello.
Wicked.
That's it. we couldn't drum up any interest for this week, so we're going to try it two-man and see what happens.
Yeah, the way God intended. Two men going at it for 2 hours. Why not?
Yeah. We shall be sweating by the end of it.
Yeah. So will you listeners, probably. Never mind. I was going,
yeah, do you want to tell us about the whiskey, dude?
So, I was in Tesco's, and they had a bit of a sale on, so I went for a very, very nice looking bottle. It came in a cardboard box and all kinds of shit. For £14.95.
Where are you putting that pop, sir? Into the mic. Yeah.
Oh, sexy. So yeah, this is Dalwhinnie Winter's Gold. Highland single malt Scotch whiskey. 43%. Fucking amen.
Lovely. This is going to go down just swell with between the two of us.
Teapot.
Oh, yeah. There you go, mate.
Oh, we are going to do teapot. Right.
Lovely. I can't help but notice, like, we've had a run of some questionable whiskies of late.
So I honestly thought, like, after last week's or last fortnight's
Canadian disaster,
1.7 litres of absolute pure ethanol, we should try something actually quite nice. So,
well, yeah, I couldn't help but notice, like, the second the shit Munchers are the way and it's just the two of us, out comes the good whiskey.
Yeah, it's funny, that, isn't it?
So I could get used to this. Oh my god, we could just none of them listen. We could just slag them off the entire show.
Brilliant.
I mean, apart from Beth. Beth listens, and we love Beth.
I love her, but she's still a twat. So, what we've been up to, mate? What you got?
Oh, just to set things off right, and really sort of pad out this section. It's been a fucking quiet week, a couple of weeks. I'll give you an update on Survivors, because that is just getting better and better.
We need a jingle for this bit of the podcast. Yeah. The Survivors Update Minute. 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 Survivors Update Minute.
No, at this point, so last time I was telling you about it, yeah, that's right. They just kind of split off into cells, and we're trying to set up their organisation worldwide.
Oh, that whiskey's good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's
okay,
really good.
Cool. I can't wait. Yeah, so since then, they've hit the 3.5 year mark, and this is the point at which the Antichrist was supposed to come forward. Now, the Antichrist is the reanimated remains of the former UN Secretary General, who's a Chinese Jew called Levi Zhudangqiao.
Oh, dear Lord.
That's right, Levi Zhudangqiao. Fucking amazing. On top of that, we've also had some sort of space laser come down and just destroy the religious group's web hosting service. Just a laser from nowhere that just kind of blew up. No, we don't even know. We don't even know where that's come from yet. We don't even know if that was enemy action because like their web hosting is still going. This is an act of God now.
This is the Jeezits or whatever they were called.
Jeezans.
Yeah, that was it.
Also go by the name of the 12 tribes.
Dear Lord.
And on top of that, 2 of them have started breathing fire.
Oh, man.
Dude, it's wicked.
This sounds much better than Air Force Gator. I wish I hadn't bothered reading that now. Speaking of which, I bought the second one.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I've not yet read it yet because I'm trying to work through the Charles Stross book.
Yeah, you are. Finding on to book 3 of the Atrocity Archives.
Full of memorandum. That's going to be...
mate.
It's really fucking good.
It gets so much better. Oh, I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah, but we won't do that on the show.
No, absolutely. Well, maybe.
Probably.
I don't know, we'll see. I suppose other than that, what else has been going on? Yeah, I mean, really not a lot. Oh,
you had a party last weekend.
I did. No, before that, I also managed to injure myself quite significantly by trying to roll over in bed.
Oh, fuck yeah, that was funny.
Was it? I think it was the morning after the podcast. I was lying in bed. I just tried to roll over onto my left side and managed to trap a nerve between my shoulder blades.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Taran managed to injure himself turning over in bed. We now have another joke line. Taran injured himself in bed.
Yeah.
There we go.
I injured myself lying down, mate. That was actually really shit. The pain wasn't as like intense as when I actually blew my lower back out. But at least when like I had that injury, I could find ways of being comfortable. Yeah. When something goes between your shoulder, you know no comfort for like 2 or 3 days. It was just the worst.
It was just so entertaining for me.
But just seeing me shuffle around, like having to like if I wanted to look at something, I have to turn my shoulders at it.
Oh, it's the point where it looked like you had like a full spine brace on because you just were completely rigid from the waist up. No, that's wrong, isn't it?
I don't know.
But then you managed to recover, and then you managed to go out this weekend.
Yeah. We actually mentioned him on past couple of shows. Our friend Alvin Schwa of the Misanthrope podcast.
Yep.
He got married, so we went. They had their wedding reception at Goth Night.
Yeah, of course they did.
Which was wicked, and they asked everyone to come dressed as Vikings.
Fucking A.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
Did they play a monomath?
Did you know? I don't remember, mate. I don't remember much because before that, myself and my wenchie already went to a barbecue at host Greg's house. Yeah. So I mean, I was on my way to Messi by the time I even got home in order to go back out.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were really wankered.
Yeah. So I remember getting to the pub. I remember being really confused by the dance floor because I was not in the right frame of mind for any fucking shoegaze or any of that bullshit. Yeah, I wasn't ready at all. So I didn't spend any time there. It was either at bars or in the smoking area. Yeah. And then I remember an instance of, because we went after there, we went back to Hannah Beth's and just kind of did the rest of the weekend there, a lot of which I also don't remember. But that was, well, it was fun and lovely. I do remember that.
We did have a plan on Sunday to also do this 2-man podcast.
Yes, we did.
And so I put a post out on our podcast WhatsApp feed saying like, by the way, guys, me and Taran are going to be doing a recording tonight. If anyone wants to pop along, please. Because it's just going to be us two. At which point I get a photo from Diola's phone, which is like, "Oh, you mate," and it's just you sprawled out at the foot of Beth's bed, it's completely zonked out. It's like, okay.
Yeah, no, I was down for a while.
I'm not surprised, man. 2 parties in one day is too much.
Yeah, well, I mean, because you say that it's technically 3 because I woke up and just carried on.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Which is why Monday wasn't a lot of fun. Monday was not a lot of fun at all.
As fun as it should be after you've had that much fun at the weekend. It should be absolute pain.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no, that's pretty much been it for me. I've not really been getting up to a lot of interesting stuff, unfortunately. Oh God, that's the point. I've not been getting up to. I need to do more stuff.
Yeah,
cool.
We all do.
Plan for the next 2 weeks then. Just do something.
Do something to report. Well, report back to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm trying to think. I suppose the first thing that happened to me was me, Diola, and our housemate Kimmy all went Desert Fest. The Camden 3-day festival, Doom and Stoner stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like, we only went to the one day, the Sunday, because that was the lineup that we really, really cared about. Fuck me. It was so fucking cool. Well, first of all, those two were 2 hours, well, no, an hour late. Both of them.
Sorry, which two?
Kimmy and Diola.
Yes.
So I've turned up, had 3 pints in an hour, at which point Diola joined me, so I had another one, and then Kimmy turned up 20 minutes later, so I had another one with her.
Standard.
I wankered before walking into the first gig. That was fine. We got to see some bands like Monolord. Jesus Christ, they were good. I bought a t-shirt as well. Fucking fantastic.
I don't think I know Monolord.
Look out for the track Empress Rising. Right. That's the best one, as far as I'm concerned. Then we've also went to go see... who else did we see? Elder, which I think you might like, actually. It's kind of very proggy, psychedelic sort of stoner stuff.
Oh, awesome. That does sound wicked.
It's like Will O' the Wisps do stoner.
Okay,
it's pretty good.
Cool.
And then we've got... This is the thing I just want to skip to the end. Fucking Godflesh again, 2 times in 1 year. I feel like Happy Bunny. Pointed out to me at that point, we were all tanked up. We were all pretty wasted. Godflesh is the way to end a night wasted, because you don't have to really do much apart from really bang your head around and very slowly.
It doesn't have to be fast at all.
Just wobble a bit and you're in time no matter when you wobble. So fantastic. Seeing those guys live is so much better than listening to their albums. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that was that. Then I went back to work the next day, which was fucking abysmal.
Well, because Heather said she saw you in the morning. You looked quite chipper, so I'm assuming you woke up drunk.
No, I wasn't drunk. I was definitely hungover, but it wasn't too bad.
Then.
And then I went to work on a bank holiday Monday in beautiful sunshine, and it was like 18 degrees out. The garden was full. The bar was rammed, and it was just like constant slog. But yeah, got through that. It was apparently the whole time I've been away, they hadn't had a seriously bad arse raping day. And then the second I get back...
Oh, because, that was your first day back after a 3-week holiday, wasn't it?
Complete mayhem.
Welcome home!
I was like, all right, well, you guys seem to have this. I'm going on holiday again. Can't do this. Apart from that, can't really think of much else. Today, I started the day by winging a meeting, as I always seem to do, with no prep whatsoever. But that's okay, because this one was a wine tasting. Because new drinks menu. So by 10:30... my entire team are feeling a little bit tipsy, so they didn't notice that I wasn't really doing a very good job.
Oh, amazing. And
this is white wine. What's it go with, guys? Fish and chicken. Brilliant. And this is another white wine. What's it go with? Fish and chicken. Well done, guys. This is rosé. What's it go with? Fish and chicken and salads. Okay, right. Okay, perfect. That was pretty much it.
God, it's such bullshit, all of that. The wine pairing stuff.
Like, I kind of understand it to a certain degree, because obviously we like whiskey, and different whiskies from different places, different styles, they have different flavours. So I kind of get it, but I know which wines I like, and then I don't really like any of the others.
Yeah.
Whereas something like whiskey, I can adapt to the flavours or whatever. Like, I can have a space soda or something really peaty.
Yeah.
After a couple of sips, I'm kind of used to it and enjoying it. Whereas wine that tastes like shit in the first mouthful is going to taste like shit for the rest of the bottle. So
wow, no, see that's the thing with alcohol. In fact, that's the trick with drinks like Canadian Limited.
Yeah,
like you get to a certain point, and it just doesn't matter how it tastes anymore. No. Like you've gotten used to it. You've got that level of alcohol is kind of set now, and you just kind of fine. I guess we're doing this.
That was pretty much the problem this morning with the wine tastings. It was like, right, this one, this one's like really dry. Oh, this one's really sweet. And yeah, now I've been like smoking a vape, drinking coffee all morning, and now drinking wine. I can't taste anything. So good luck, guys. But yeah, that was my morning. I don't think there's anything else to report. So should we crack on?
Yeah, I suppose we might as well. Yeah. Well, you've got the hot pot, sir.
Cool. We go with that one first, yeah.
Yeah.
Wicked. There's not many in here because I've just thrown all my topics in the community test pot by accident, so never mind.
Yeah, you have to get round to writing some new topics soon. I swear there are still some I've put in there that haven't come out yet.
Yeah, I'm sure there are. Okay. Sorry, mate. And this one is Ed Paul. Well, it's quite a long one, so hold on to it.
No, really?
If you stick a stock of fucking arsehole, it's a fucking tongue twister. Okay, I'll give this a try. If you stick a stock of liquor in a locker, it's slick to suck a lock to upon your stock, or some sticker whose is slicker will stick you of your liquor if you fail to lock your liquor, ? With a lock, ! So what is the greatest cocktail ever invented? Arsehole.
Good questions. Good question. I'm a fan of a good zombie.
What's in a zombie?
The zombie, it's tequila based. I think it's tequila and rum based. No, I don't know.
Fuck, yeah. No, the cocktail bar that I often frequent, Barrio North in Angel,
right?
They do a zombie, and it's got like passion fruit and all kinds of shit sticking out. It's definitely rum based, but they set a light to the top of it, and then they get a cinnamon shaker and spray the shit over it. And then they also got a bottle of like really high proof alcohol they spray to get the flames going. And then as they're shaking on the cinnamon, the flames are like hitting the ceiling. It's cool.
That's more than just a zombie. That's kind of more, I'd maybe call it like a radioactive zombie.
Yeah, it must be something stupid like that. But yeah.
I mean, I first tried zombies. I think it was at a TGI Fridays. I think it was the TGI Fridays at Leicester Square.
Yeah.
I went out for went out for drinks with a mate. / it was a date, maybe. I don't know. Weird one. But yeah, I sort of tried out there, and it was just kind of, I mean, the two things I took from it is that it looks like death. B, kind of tasted like death as well. Yeah, the coloration was a really kind of gnarly, putrescent sort of thing.
As advertised. Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. And I seem to remember that one being more tequila-based than rum-based, although I've only had them rum-based since.
Right. Which
is a shame, because I think it's the tequila that really makes them.
Yeah, tequila makes anything.
Well, yeah. It makes
it makes me happy.
But yeah, I mean, that day got gnarly. that was the day I left, I left it for dead in London.
Ever the gentleman.
Yeah, have we done that story before? I'm sure we must have.
I don't know, actually. I don't know. Do you want to do it?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose we could do. Yeah, so I was going out with a mate I'd met through theatre, and like we always really got on. And like to this day, I'm still not entirely sure it was a date. It might have been a date. I don't know. It was never really called a date. It's probably for the best that it wasn't a date.
Did you slip a finger in?
No,
it wasn't a date.
No, but so we went uptown, we started drinking immediately, and then once kind of half cut, we sort of wandered around Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Okay.
And
Don't believe you.
Then we went back to TGI's for more zombies. And then I said, well, fuck it, we're in Leicester Square. My favourite place is just up the road. Let's go to Garlic and Shots for dinner.
What, for the third wave of zombies?
Well, no, because they do a whole different... I mean, Garlic and Shots, oh, what a place. Like, they've got whole different sets of cocktails. Mostly they're just, garlic and vodka. But my favourite is the Bloodshot, which I don't know what's in it, but it's spacey and it's tasty.
I've had one of those before. They used to do those at the Rat and Parrot.
Did they?
Yeah.
I'm sure they weren't the same.
No,
probably not enough garlic.
Probably not.
But yeah, no, we ended up eating there. It's the first and only time I ever ate at Garlic and Shots, because it is. I mean, if you haven't been there, listeners, Garlic and Shots it's a kind of a restaurant.
Yeah.
Up top, and then underneath, it's kind of got, I don't know, like a really, really small bar, but it's always really busy, and it's kind of, you walk in there, and the decor is kind of, it's really camp goth. Everything's black. And like there are skulls with wax melted all over them, and just kind of got the insignia all over everything, and it's all it's lovely and it's silly.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think we even made it downstairs. I think we stayed upstairs in the in the eating area outside, and I mean by this point I'm already really drunk, and like ordering some food, and I keep bringing the shots. I keep getting in the shots. And what ended up happening is at a certain point she decided, nah. I'm getting facially paralysed with how drunk I am.
Shit. Okay.
So rather than just saying no, I can't do it anymore, because clearly I wasn't in I wasn't in any sort of position to hear that.
No.
She'd wait for, like, when we do the shots, she'd wait for me to do a shot and then sort of slide her one across. And then a couple of minutes later, we would just go, oh, yeah, no, you haven't done your shot yet. So I'd bang that as well. And then at some point, I went outside And the way she described it is, like, I went out the front, and I don't know why, because we could smoke in the back garden then. But I sort of left her sitting there for a while. And she sort of came out. She sort of found me kind of standing outside, just looking around, like, sort of chest puffed out, just kind of looking from side to side. Just, I don't know what I was looking for. She just sort of comes out and just goes, "Have we skipped on the bill?" At which point, I just go, "Oh, fuck!"
Jesus.
And then sort of decide to leg it. And she's like, "Well, all right, I guess we're doing this then."
Show a girl a good time. Get her facially paralysed and then don't pay.
So we start running. She said it was about, I lost her at about the Maple Leaf. Right. Which is a pub near the Porterhouse near Covent Garden.
Okay.
So, like, we've gone a fair old lick. We've run through Soho, crossed over Charing Cross Road.
Yeah.
And then started making our way towards Covent Garden. And she sort of, like, the moment where it all went wrong for her.
Yeah.
Is she saw me take a corner by grabbing a lamppost, swinging round it, and then carrying on down the road that the Maple Leaf was on.
Oh, no.
She just tries to take the corner at a run. Just kind of goes over on her ankle and tears a ligament.
Oh, shit.
But me, I'm fucking gone, mate. I am out of there. And I wake up in a shop window at about 1 o'clock. So I'm...
Bloody hell.
Yeah, so that's... The zombies. Those zombies were pretty good.
What an answer. Oh, fuck. I should have been thinking about mine.
Apologies if I have told that story before. I'm sure I must have.
No, I don't think you've done it on the podcast. It's new to me, so. My actual favourite cocktail is just a dirty martini.
Isn't that just a dry martini with, like, some olive juice poured in it?
Yeah, pretty much. Love those.
I don't think I've ever had a good martini.
Oh, right, I make a killer martini. I do a lot of killer martinis.
Oh, okay.
So I'll get a bottle of vermouth and we'll start out.
What the fuck is vermouth?
Do you know what? I don't even know how it's made.
What the actual fuck is it?
Do not know.
I mean, it took me ages to reconcile the fact that, like, when people talked about vermouth, they weren't just mispronouncing an American state.
No, I don't even know how they make it, but the Lillet is the best one that I like anyway.
Right.
If you're doing the sweeter martinis, you have to get the Lillet Rouge as well, which is just fucking boss. But I don't have a funny story that follows it up, so...
No, never mind. Well, I mean, at some point...
No, I do.
Oh, yeah?
At work, I decided I really fancy a martini, so I made a martini, and then, quite like you just said, a couple of people went, "Oh, I've never had a decent martini," or "I've never had a proper martini," and all this kind of stuff. So it's like, what sort of martini would you like? And is this, and they went, "No, whatever you're having." So it's like, all right then. So I made the way I like dirty martinis is a fuckload of olive juice to the point where it's actually really salty and sour.
Yeah, I mean, because like of the martinis I've had before,
yeah,
it basically comes off like rocket fuel. So I imagine a lot of olive juice would.
It negates the rocket fuel, but it kind of just makes you feel like you're drinking pickle juice. Oh, fuck, no. And yeah, sorry, they just started drinking with me, made one. They drank that easy enough because the olive juice does take the edge off.
Yeah.
Made a second round for everyone. Absolutely fine, did that as well. Made a third round. One guy's collapsed. Because this was within, like, the third one was probably 45 minutes in. Like, they're short drinks. There's like 75ml drinks. They're not very big. But you've got to pace yourself with it. Otherwise, they will catch you by surprise. Yeah, they were throwing up the next day. You shouldn't drink with 18-year-olds. When you're a seasoned drinker. But
they've got to learn somehow.
I've just remembered one of my favourite shots cocktail things.
Oh, yeah?
Shooters. So, I went to my Mrs. old bar in Canary Wharf when she was working there. And I thought, I'll meet her from work, we'll have a couple of drinks after, and then head back to her place. So, walk in, and there's a birthday party going on. But Rita's like, this is Terry's birthday party. This is Terry, who's this amazing Irish dude. His name was Terry Law. That's it, Terry Law.
Oh, wow. What an awesome name.
Yeah, I know, right? It's an even better name for a shot. He was like, come on, let me buy you a drink, mate, because we were chatting. I was like, no, let me buy you a drink, it's your birthday. He was like, all right, I'll have a Terry Law. I was like, you? He's like, no, go to the bar and say you want a Terry Law. It's like, all right, fine. I thought a joke was being pulled on me until I walked up to the bar and noticed on the blackboard behind them, they had written Terry Law, like £5 a shot. And she's like, Jesus Christ, all right, we'll have 4 of those. It was, what was it? It was tequila, vodka, pickle juice.
Sorry, again?
No, sorry. It was vodka, bourbon, and pickle juice. It was so delicious.
Oh, really?
It's really fucking lovely.
Hi there, this is Terry Law. Actually, it's bourbon, pickle juice, and Tabasco. Back to you, boys.
Yeah. So I started drinking a guy who I was with and just chatted with him all night. He was a fucking lovely guy. I've met him a couple of times since. He's an absolute legend. So
awesome.
There we go. Here's to Terry Law.
Here's to Terry Law.
Chin chin.
Chin chin.
Click it.
I don't think that would have picked up.
But yeah, never hang out with an Irish dude who's got a drink named after him in the bar where the drink's named after him, because it gets messy.
I'd like to try that. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Anyway.
Another one I like is Dark and Stormies.
I recognise that. What's that?
It's
like a
I think it's rum and ginger based.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of one of those that you never really know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
If you order it, at some places you'll ask for a Dark and Stormy, and it will just kind of be this this watered down, almost girly drink. Saying, "Oh, isn't it lovely?" Yeah, no, fuck that. A proper Dark and Stormy.
It makes you feel like you've been on the high seas all night.
Yeah, absolutely. It gets you wobbling. Yeah, like it tastes. It tastes of pirates.
Wicked.
Yeah, full on rum. Like you want, I think when done properly, like you want to use kind of predominantly a dark rum, but also use some overproof white rum just to give it a kind of just a bam, kick it up a notch.
A knee in the balls.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I think it's just kind of ginger with fresh lime after that.
That does sound pretty good.
Oh, it is so good. It really is.
I've just thought of one of the best after, Hair of the Dog cocktail.
Yeah.
Is it Route 66 or Route 56? Or
I can't remember. Route 66.
I think it's 66, isn't it? So it's Jägermeister, ginger beer, cucumber, and a bit of lime, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we brought this up a couple of times since going to Bloodstock. That was
those things were medicinal.
Oh, they were lovely. They did make you feel so much better.
They were so refreshing and just filled with. It almost felt like they were filled with like vitamin tablets or something. Like
yeah,
it was like Barocca but alcoholic.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Also, did I ever get you to try one of the cocktails I made?
No.
It's Contro.
This one's called the Wonk. Sorry.
No, it's Contro, Southern Comfort, and lemonade.
That sounds all right.
So I figure
very
as it's
sweet.
I figure, and it is very sweet.
That almost sounds like Mountain Dew.
Oh mate, no. I called it, well, considering like it's southern, fruity, and a really large flavour. I took one sip of it. I just went, oh, that's the big gay racist.
I thought you were going to say like Mark Twain or something.
But yeah, no, that was a lot of fun back in the day. That was back in the days when we did Tuesday Club. Yeah. Sort of still at school, we'd go to one of the Weatherspoons in Petts Wood, and we just sort of went through a period of making up our own little drinks. That was one of mine. And the other success I had was a Spitfire with a shot of banana sambuca in it.
It's like must taste like banana bread.
I called it the rear gunner. There's a theme running through my drinks, isn't there?
Yeah.
Latent.
Yes, exactly. Suppressed feelings.
And yeah, I mean, other than that, I don't know. I always have a problem with cocktails. I just find them a bit too sweet a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Like the creamy ones, no good, because then like you're just kind of drinking alcoholic phlegm.
This is why you've either got to have a sweet but short drink or a potent drink, which is a bit longer. So, did you ever have a rusty nail?
I assume so at some point.
Yeah, this is my dad's Christmas drink. Like, it's not Christmas until dad's had his...
Right, okay.
That probably says more to do with my alcoholic family, really. It's not Christmas until dad's had a drink, goddammit. So, yeah, it's Irish whiskey and Drambuie. So, it's just really lovely. It's like a really sweet
Irish whiskey. Yeah, nice.
Oh, it's so good.
That sounds pretty good.
Over the last couple of Christmases, I've got really addicted to them. They are...
We'll have to give it a shot.
Merriment in a glass, mate.
I think other than that, the most difficult cocktail is, again, cocktail shot. Have you ever tried a cement mixer?
Yes. Is it lime cordial and Baileys?
Yep, that's the one. Yeah, you sort of get a shot of Baileys, big shot, and you tip a shot of lime cordial into it, and then you just put it in your mouth, and then just swill it around until it's chunky.
Yeah.
Just let it curdle, let it go.
Do Irish car bombs count as a cocktail?
Oh, fucking right, they count as a cocktail.
Damn right. There's 3 different types of alcohol in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what you do is you get double Jamesons, or Irish whiskey, and then you get a double Baileys and a pint of Guinness. You neck the Jamesons before it hits the back of your throat and burns. You put the Baileys into the pint of Guinness and down it in one.
Before it curdles.
Yeah. I love Irish car bombs.
Oh man, that's some real childhood shit right there.
Yeah,
I say childhood. I mean, that was Rat and Parrot days when we went to the Rat and Parrot in Bexley Heath.
We definitely started as children there.
Yeah. we left as fucked.
Just slightly older children. Those things were dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, they're so easy to drink.
They're
not easy to drink. If you got into the habit of downing pints of Guinness, piss easy.
Yeah, not a problem.
And it just left a taste of Baileys in your mouth. There was no burn from the whiskey. There was nothing. So
if we're gonna put a label on it, which one would you choose as your favourite? Because now you've mentioned it, for me, it might actually have to be the Irish car bomb.
It might have to be the Irish car bomb.
Purely because of the amount of carnage they've caused.
They've done some work.
They have.
I mean,
solely responsible for Darren shitting himself.
Oh, yeah, shit. We told that story? We must have.
Yes, yeah, we did.
Yeah. Other ones we've already talked about on the podcast, of course, are Carnage, which involves...
Oh, shit.
First ingredient is go buy a bin. Fill it. Then we've got... What was it? Carnage was tiki, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tiki Carnage was just Carnage, but with added rum.
In a tiki head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At some point, I'll finish that video. I'll try to get it up for the year anniversary.
Fuck, really?
Yeah, it's on Google somewhere.
Actually, I've got a video I need to put out soon.
Cool.
Thinking of doing a smash cut, this complete off topic, like a smash cut, sort of a similar thing that you did for your book advertisement.
Okay.
Although they're kind of just splashing images up on the screen of all the from last podcast that I took out. Because I saved them. I calculated that podcast was 3.33 recurring percent
And they were mostly me.
Yeah. I was
mate, there's no point
it,
sugarcoating it. I was a massive
I did put in a few, but my problem is that when I'm trying to think, I don't say I just leave massive dead ends. So we've all got our little foibles that I have to cut out. Just yours, I thought, fuck it, I want to experiment and I want to see how many we say. So I was very, very scientific about it. I took a line on Audacity each, a track each, for all 4 hosts, and then pasted them one after another in chronological order. So listening back to it, it's horrible to listen to, apart from halfway through when Chris Farnham just suddenly goes, oh, yeah. no apparent reason. But yeah, I'll eventually make something for YouTube on that, because I was going to put it as a bloopers last show, and it was too long.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I didn't want to cut it.
Yeah. Cool. I mean, shall we... Oh, actually, before I grab one from the community chest...
Uh-huh.
There I am, forgetting shit. There was something I left out that I did this week, is I went down to the May Day festival in Hastings.
Oh, okay.
Jack and the Green Festival, so yeah, kind of English tradition for you non-Englishers out there. Is 1st of May is kind of a big springtime celebration here. Mm-hmm. I assume it used to be kind of countrywide, but now it's just kind of little pockets of...
it's kind of the holiday reserved for Morris dancers.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
like quaint English villages.
Yes. Men in handkerchiefs and bells.
Hastings
is slightly different, because you go down there and obviously you've kind of got the Jack and the Green stuff going on. You've got hippies and green and leaves everywhere. But it's also the day that it's a massive, massive motorcycle meet happens. It's really weird, because you get these two worlds sort of colliding.
Yeah.
Where you kind of got hippie and love over here, and then just kind of over there on the front, it's just kind of motorcycle merch stands and swaps, and just kind of people with their massive hogs just going out in the background. But no, that was cool, because I got down to see my family.
Yeah.
Sort of saw my new niece again.
Awesome.
For a little while. Went walked around on the newly refurbished pier, because that burnt down like a few years ago. And yeah, then it got to drinking with the fam, which it started off innocently enough. It's like...
It always does, man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just kind of... My brother had said, oh, do you know what? I fancy a beer. It's like, well, do you know what? I fancy a beer. and we were walking back along.
I thought you were going to go like, I've had 2 beers. Well, I fancy 2 beers. I fancy 3 beers.
Well, there was kind of the idea to keep things kind of sensible, but it just didn't work out that way. Like, we started off playing pool at one pub that had, like, we walked in there. The second we entered, like, the back room where the pool table is with our drinks, Rage Against the Machine comes on the jukebox. So me and my brother were like, yeah, fucking all right, this will do. And so I played some terrible pool, and, well, mostly we played some terrible pool. Moved on to another pub, got stuck there for the night, and I discovered my brother's a conspiracy theorist.
Which conspiracies in detail?
It's difficult to pin down.
Just general.
Because he's not one for the big kind of global domination conspiracies. He's not so much that. He's
Illuminati and all that.
He's as other people have when I speak to them about conspiracy theories. Like, they bring up David Icke and they say, "Oh, David Icke makes a really good point as long as you ignore all the bullshit with the lizard people." And it's like, well, like, David Icke doesn't say anything revelatory. What he's noticed is that the rich and powerful know the rich and powerful and like to stay rich and powerful.
It's funny how that works.
Yeah, isn't it? I'd hardly call that conspiracy. I'd just kind of call that just the functioning of
a societal norm.
Yeah, capitalism. Yeah. So no, that was lovely. Yeah. Okay, so our next topic comes from Save the Juice.
Save the juice.
And they ask, what happened to the banana juice?
We forgot it was a joke.
We did. Well, it comes out occasionally. It never sort of pops into mind when we're doing the podcast anymore, but every now and then sort of I'll find myself going, banana, it's literally banana juice. But I don't know, I think if you listen to issue 31, I think, was it 31? We briefly go into what's happening with the world of Cavendish bananas.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
That may be playing into it somewhat. This is, on the assumption that if there is actually real banana in banana juice.
Yeah.
You never know. I mean, I wouldn't expect there to be real banana in like a McDonald's banana milkshake. So.
Well, no, because it's all just animal fat.
Yeah.
And slurry.
Tasty animal fat. Yeah, I don't know. We've not been keeping it alive.
Banana juice.
Banana juice.
Oh, it's appeared. I've got banana juice on the table now. Look at it.
That's something we should make a cocktail out of.
Give it a pop. There you go, it's banana juice.
Yeah, we should figure out something to do with some banana juice. The shops around here must stock it. One of them.
What should we do? We could do. What can we call a pot? Right, I know. Now we need to name a pot topic cocktail. We need to give it a name.
Literally banana juice.
That's not a cocktail. That's just opening a carton.
Well, I mean, we could call it literally banana juice and not actually have any banana juice in it whatsoever.
The 2-hour bore.
The 2 hour. That sounds like a cannon.
Yeah.
Which is not which its opening is so broad it takes 2 hours to traverse.
A slow screw in your ears. No. Right. Anyway, yeah, banana juice just sort of fell out of our minds.
Yeah.
If we'd say it occasionally outside the podcast, but
yeah. Well, no. I mean, here we have from the adoring fan.
It's probably just Captain Sickbeard with a different name. Yeah.
Let's save the juice. What did ever happen to banana juice?
I've not seen it in the shop since. I must admit.
I've still yet to see it in the shops. I need to keep my eyes open around here.
Next time we go to Beth's, because it was Beth's local corner shop that stocked it. So we'll get a stockpile. We'll fill the fridge in the shed with banana juice, and every single episode we'll drink one. Actually, no, stop us drinking whiskey so quickly. That's a good idea.
That'd be brilliant. That would be brilliant.
That first teapot's almost gone.
Oh, yeah, no, it's... Yeah, I suppose it is.
Yeah, it will be after this. Cool. So, thank you, Save the Juice.
Yeah, no, absolutely, thank you. What we'll do is we'll try and get some banana juice for you, and we'll get a video of us all drinking it, and we will sing banana juice to the theme of Mukila Hava. Banana, banana, na, na, banana, na, na, banana, na, na, juice, na.
Racist?
That's not racist. That's just changing the lyrics of a song.
Yeah.
Not even for satirical purposes, just for funsies.
Just for fun. That's what we can call our cocktail now.
There's nothing fun about this.
Yeah, serious business.
Yeah, no.
Cool. Next one.
Yeah, go on, Tom.
So one from the hosts. One from the hot pot. Okay, this one's from Andy. Long time he's not been on the show. So, times you've lost people, as in, like, in a crowd or a night out, like.
Well, I've already told one story.
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, no, leaving a girl to a horrible home with a broken ligament in her ankle.
I think
alone in London. That's pretty bad.
I've already told my one on the podcast as well.
What's that?
The one where we lost Rita in cable for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Did I already tell that on the podcast?
Yeah. Just a quick recap. Yeah, no, we were trying to leave a club called Cable, and she disappeared somehow.
Yeah, we thought she'd gone outside because we were all organising ourselves to leave for like, it felt like 10 minutes, but it must have been about half an hour because it's like herding cats with custard, our lot.
Yeah.
So trying to get everyone out the door, we figured, she must have already gone out and gone past the security guard and can't get back in. So we sent 2 people out. Can't remember who, but sent 2 people out. Didn't hear back from them. Clearly got past the security guard and couldn't come back in. So we all just figured, all right, I sent Kimmy and Heather to go in the girls' loos, just to make sure she wasn't in there. Well, and then
here's the thing.
Went to the cloakroom, all that.
Yeah, because we've already done the story. So just to sum it up, it turned out after like all this time, Rita was just in one of the toilet stalls,
passed out. Yeah.
Yeah, but Heather had checked all the toilets. She opened each one that could be opened, and those that couldn't be opened, she knocked and asked, are you Rita? So I'm wondering if just like Rita just passed out in the toilet, just kind of didn't want to go anywhere, so just put on an English accent and said no.
No, governor. Yeah, we were all fucked. So, that's...
you've just given me a fantastic new idea.
What's that?
Let's find Cockney phrases for your girlfriend to say.
Oh, my God.
Coming from the mouth of a Lithuanian, that'd be amazing. No, governor.
I was trying to think of an English saying with coconut in it, but it doesn't work. Damn it. There's not one with couscous either. Lithuanian, if you find a Lithuanian on the streets, listeners, get them to say coconut and couscous. It's hilarious.
Really?
Yeah. Coconut. Couscous. It might just be the Lithuanians we know, but that's definitely happened.
Now I know I've gone through losing people time and time again. Strangely enough, I can't remember.
Well, we always seem to lose Kel, but that's because...
Remember? I hardly know her.
I did it to myself in the car today. I was driving to work and listening to a podcast, and the name Laura came up on the radio. I was like, Laura? Oh, and I was like, I want to crash into the fucking sidings right now. No, I mean, every time we go to a club, we lose Kel. But that's because...
As standard.
That's because she will wander. She doesn't want to stay in one place. She's too busy doing other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely lost her a couple of times
But she can take care of herself, so we never worry.
Yeah, absolutely.
She'll quite often just go home, not tell us.
I've definitely done that before. I remember I was at a club in Greenwich, or kind of in one of the areas near Greenwich. This was fucking years ago. But I just remember sort of getting to a point, and I was like being really drunk, and just going, no, home time. And just kind of I got to Blackheath, and was just like, I have no idea how to get anywhere from here. I'm just going to stand here until, look, a cab.
Brilliant.
Yeah, no, I've been lost. This is really annoying. It's horrible to know you've got experiences of this and not really being able to like bring it forward.
This is the thing. I can't think of any time I've particularly lost someone for a long period of time. Apart from that once with Rita.
No, I think this is this might be one of those occasions where we could have done with having the shit munchers around.
Yeah, we could have had an extra few hosts just to make one funny story out of a few people.
Or I could have saved mine. Yeah. Never mind. We started strong.
This is the problem. This is the problem with doing a podcast with the main rule is you and I are here to record it.
Yes.
That's what always seems to be the way. So we've been on every single issue of this, so we've run out of stories already. Sorry, listeners. There's no new cool stories. 33 issues in, and that's our lives.
I see. It's going to be interesting because at some point, I mean, I do intend to have children. And at some point...
God save us all, yeah.
Children go missing at certain points, even if it's only for like a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see like how I react to that. Because I remember when I don't know, there was just this one point where I was on my way home from school and I stopped off in a supermarket to pick up some whatever. And I just remember walking through one aisle And this insanely overbearing mother, like she was pushing a trolley along, and like two of her children, or one of her children was sitting in the trolley, the other one was holding on to the side of it and not letting go, and she had just run to the end of the aisle, grabbed a child and dragged it back to the trolley. And I just sort of remember watching it. It was so fierce as well. No, you do not run away. If you run away, someone will take you from me. They will take you from me. Jesus. And that will be the end of you. And I was like, oh, fuck. I mean, even as a, 14, 15-year-old, whatever I was then, I still remember looking, just going, that is gnarly.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna give your kid issues.
Do you have any memories of being as a kid actually getting lost?
Me? No. I did used to run off.
Yeah.
So my mum used to put me in one of those harnesses with a leash.
Tenny was.
And I think...
No, yeah, I know what you mean, like the toddler leashes makes them look like a little dog. Yeah,
absolutely.
Awesome.
And I think my revenge for this was to, at some point, I just hoiked her skirt up. But she wasn't wearing any underwear.
Of course she wasn't. It's related to you.
They just hoiked that up. She's like, oh, for fuck's sake. No, I've been pretty good on the not getting lost stakes.
I remember as a kid getting separated from my mum. Right, this is going to be a bit of local knowledge here. So, you know, in Bexley Heath Shopping Centre, how Marks and Spencer's is split across two sides of the mall.
I'm going to take your word for it.
Right, so basically you walk into the mall and there's just a long stretch with all the shops down left and right side.
Yeah.
Marks and Spencer's, however, is split left side and right side. So there's food on the right and then clothes and stuff on the left.
Yeah.
So as you go in, we were walking around, my mum's buying clothes and stuff, and she just turned around, walked out and gone to the food section. And at which point I was fiddling with something or doing something and got completely lost and separated. And I got lost for about half an hour until a security guard comes up, grabs me and takes me back to mum. At which point she's like, you can just see the fear and panic in her eyes. I remember that vividly, just like red face, red eyes, and just really panicked and flapping everywhere. At which point she was screamed at me, because that's my mum's natural response when I was a kid. Just shout at me. Lovely woman. But I was a pain in the arse. So she screams at me and then, and in an instant goes, don't ever do that again. Oh, thank God you're safe. And it was just like, all right, okay, she's okay now. She's not going to take it out on me anymore.
Yeah.
Also I think I may have told the story already, but right there in Marks and Spencer's is also where I passed out as a 3-year-old kid because my dad hit me so hard.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, I remember you telling that.
Because as a kid, I used to faint, even up to the point where I was like a late teenager. I used to faint at anything. Just like low blood pressure and all that kind of stuff just made me pass out.
Such a delicate child.
It was any time like adrenaline got running in my system, I just like it was what my mum used to call the possum defense. I just played dead. And yeah, my dad just slapped me across the back of my thighs, and like as a 3-year-old, not just like a little tap.
Yeah. Because
I was playing up. Absolutely fine, nothing wrong with it. Smacks me, and apparently I just crumpled like a wet newspaper, just went boom, straight down on the floor. So yeah.
I did, I once...
Marks and Spencer has bad memories for me.
Yeah, I once went to see a mate of mine go do the marathon down in Brighton. So, I mean, this, of course, was just another excuse to drink. Yeah. So, like, she did all the running, and, like, a few of us from the theatre I was at the time, we did all the drinking. And I got on the train, like, after London, I got on a train back with two others. And, yeah, one of them, we got talking about his little brother, and his little brother would just... It's one of those, he's a kid that had kind of anger management issues. Or like he couldn't keep his temper under control or anything. And he was fiercely gullible. Yeah. So we decided to just prank him, essentially. Yeah. So he told me that his brother had just bought a bike off someone from Loot or like some website or something. Mm-hmm. But he hadn't talked to the guy at all. So, he didn't have his number. Yeah. So, my mate gave me his number, and so I kind of got on the phone to him, and I sort of, I told him this story that, your bike isn't going to arrive. I was riding through Auburn the other day, and I hit an old woman. And it's my understanding that she didn't make it. I don't know what she was doing in the road. I don't know. And then sort of got a little angry about it. Just sort of calmed myself down. I don't know what she was doing in the road. But, yeah, anyway, I couldn't, the bike would have stood as evidence. No one else. So I chucked it in the river, mate. You're not getting it and you're not getting the money back.
Fucking dick.
And then my mate instantly knocks up a fake website with a story.
Jesus Christ.
And kind of dressed it up as like an actual local BBC story, right, recounting the entire thing. So
did you send the link to him? That looks suspect as fuck.
Like I said, fiercely gullible.
Yeah. Okay.
But I was impressed that, like, because he did this. Oh no, he didn't do it then, did he? He did it the next day. But anyway, like we're going through this, sort of just winding his little brother up. And then this family kind of get on, and I'm sort of vaguely aware of them. And just as I'm watching, like, mother, father, 2 children get on, and then the door closes, and I just notice out the corner of my eye, like, is that another child running up? Oh, this isn't going to go well. And so the train starts moving, and you just hear this blood-curdling, at which point the parents sort of turn round. They start screaming back at the child. The dad immediately grabs the emergency thing. So emergency, we need to, and yeah, but by this point, kind of, we're sort of picking up speed once they're done screaming, rather. And so we're then sort of privy to this situation where these parents have done, it's essentially what your mum did. Right? They didn't realise.
Not notice,
they didn't realise the child was behind. But so they're immediately demanding that he stop the train and reverse it and take it back up the track. And the train driver's trying to explain that no, he can't do that because there will be a crash.
Yeah.
But he's kind of getting in contact with people at the station, make sure she's safe, and we'll let you off the next one. But yeah, oh god, that was just like an amazing kind of explosion of emotion all over the place, which kind of
it's actually
ran all over.
Cries just thinking about it. Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like, would it be like to be in that situation, to like, to lose a child? How long it is, because I imagine
harrowing as fuck.
Yeah, because I imagine like a lot of the reason your mum screamed at you is because she's wondering how much of it is her fault, and she's fucking angry. But like at that point, it's like, well, what's there to be? I can't shout at myself. Just got to shout at the child to pay more attention.
Confusion of emotions, isn't it? You just have a rush of adrenaline.
Displacement, as the psychologists call it.
Get you.
Ooh.
God, that must be fucking awful. I've just thought of something. It's not losing a person, it's losing a dog.
Oh, yeah.
They're better than people, most of them. Actually, to be fair, this dog wasn't. My little dog, Rosie, who's a beagle. So, as all beagles are, they're just energetic little shitheads most of the time. Yeah. When she got into her later years, she really calmed down. She was an absolutely adorable dog. But, as a young pup sort of thing, she would just go bolting as soon as you let her off the lead. Just disappear. And beagles aren't particularly tall dogs either. So if you were in the woods in Chislehurst, all the tall grass and all that kind of stuff just suddenly disappeared. However, we had another dog, who was Hannah, who was the responsible Labrador dog. I'm not sure they're classified as dogs. They're more stomachs with legs. But she used to look at her and go get her. After about half an hour of not seeing this other dog, just, go get her. Labrador. Straight off, and would herd the beagle back to us. It was fucking amazing. You could never lose that dog for more than...
That is pretty cool.
Every time you lost her, it was just like, go on then, you got a better clue than I have. Off and back.
Did I ever tell you about the time we lost a guinea pig?
No.
I think it was kind of the day after, it was either the day of or the day after we got them. We got 2, which I've spoken about them before, but I don't know if I've brought this one up, but... Yeah. Just at one point, for some reason, I decided it'd be a good idea to upend the wire part of the cage, right?
Okay.
And trap one of them against the mantelpiece. I can't remember why I thought this was a good idea, but I did. Mm-hmm. And then I kind of nipped out of the room for a couple of minutes, and then when I came back, the cage was empty.
Yeah, of course.
I was like, oh, shit, what's going on? So, where's she gone? Where's she gone? So I start looking around the living room, can't find her at all, get Darren involved, can't find her, and then we realise, the front door's open. Fuck! So we start looking around, then we start getting the parents involved. So we can't find the doors open. And at some point, walk back into the living room, and there she is back in the cage. And it's like, motherfucker! Like, how the hell have you done that? So it's like, I found her. And they sort of come back in at this point. I sort of make sure the cage isn't anywhere to sort of be seen. And then once like everything's settled, everything's fine, I close the door. I trap her back up against like the mantelpiece, and I just try and figure out what she's done. I sort of watch it for a while, and essentially what she figured out.
Press play on the tape deck. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh mate, it was so simple. Basically, she figured out there was a really cozy little hole in the gas fire.
Oh, okay.
And she just kind of jumped up into that.
Yeah, fair enough. Having 6 million pets, I know what it's like to lose a pet. Like,
Yeah.
it happened to me on a weekly basis. The one that I always remember never actually worrying about was Eddie, who was a bearded dragon. Because no matter where he disappeared to, or he crawled under something, or whatever, hours later, you'll stumble across him just like on a windowsill or hiding in just the warmest possible spot in the room. So if the radio was on, he'd be there within a couple of hours. If you left the oven on in the next room, he'd be sat right next to the oven.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
You just turn on a heat source and he'd just home to it.
Right then.
Not a funny story, but yeah, done.
Right, time for something from the community chest.
Community chest, community chest, community chest.
Would you care to guess?
You right, Dom?
Your go-to drunken night out food or drunken takeout foods.
Oh, good one. That's a fucking good one.
I mean, it's probably, God, it depends. It depends. I mean, if it is just a drunken night out,
Yeah.
and that's all it is, it's the one night.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong with a kebab.
See, I'm not a massive fan of kebab. Like, no.
I just appreciate, especially if they're the sort of kebab houses that will have kind of red cabbage there as well.
Yeah.
It's like, amazing. Just give it all to me. Like, I came up with a wicked kind of crime against humanity, and also this kind of backtracks on one of my earlier statements in another show when I said all burgers are bullshit.
Yeah.
It turns out, like, I actually quite like some veggie burgers. A good veggie burger is
Oh, they're not
wicked.
really burgers. Yeah.
Well, okay, it doesn't count.
No, it doesn't count.
Yeah,
If nothing suffered for it, it's not a burger. And I'm not counting, like, slave labour workers in some factory somewhere.
Yeah, humans don't matter.
No.
Yeah, no. So this one night, I just kind of decided, I want a veggie burger, but I've come to a kebab house. It seems a shame just to get, I know. So I ordered a veggie burger and a portion
With
of doner meat. Oh, God.
Fucking knob.
Amazing. It was
Actually,
awesome.
To be fair, that does sound all right.
And just the looks you get when you order it as well. It's like people just, they don't know what to make of you. They really don't. But yeah, I think that kind of about sums it up. I mean, if we're talking endurance, like if we've been doing some endurance drinking, at that point it will be like it will be a Chinese, the sort of Chinese I know that isn't like overly mega super ultra plenty greasy, but the sort that's kind of got vegetables and the like in it. That's
Something with some substance.
Yeah,
rather than
exactly.
Just being a pool of fat. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say Chinese as well, but that takes some preparation, also timing, because they'll often be shut by like 10:30, 11.
Well, not near us.
No, not at all.
We live next to a kebab place that never closes before 3.
Oh no, I meant like Chinese and stuff.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
That kebab shop has saved me on a couple of drunken nights. But yeah, if we're talking like late hour drinking, it's got to be pizza. Like, pizza tends to be the one because you can get loads of sides to soak up all the shit.
True, but I tend to find like pizza can be a game over scenario.
What, like you stuff yourself to the point of not being able to move?
It's so heavy that you just kind of end up just flumping somewhere, which is fine.
But like if I'm getting particularly drunk and going to be staying awake to have more fun, this is the thing. If I get drunk, I'm there to get drunk. I don't usually eat. If I'm I was about to say if I'm on my own, it's so fucking true.
Yeah.
If I'm there and I'm drinking, I don't want to eat. I just want to drink. But yeah, if I'm at like a gathering around someone's house or anything like that, it's got to be pizza. I'll order 2 and the gathering can have whatever they want.
Yeah.
And then, I'll just have a few slices and then everyone else can pick. But I don't know.
I mean, pizza's good. I mean, when you go pizza, which way do you go? Because I mean, I'm
Bella Napoli, bitch.
Yeah.
Or oregano. There's some local fucking jokes there for you. No, it's got to be a flat, proper, like Italian style pizza.
See, for the most part, I prefer thin crust as well.
Yeah.
But by the same token, I adore Texas barbecues, and they don't work on thin crust.
No, not at all.
That's got to be a thick crust. That's got to be deep pan all the way down, and you can't.
I'm not a big fan of the barbecue sauce on pizzas, though.
Are you not? Oh, I am.
I used to be, like,
It just breaks it up a bit.
back in the day when I was, like, hanging out around my mates, like being in a band or whatever, and we'd all order fucking Domino's or whatever.
Yeah.
And it'd be the Mighty Meaty with barbecue sauce, motherfucker, from Domino's.
Oh, no, see, we'd always get a Mighty Meaty and...
Chicken barbecue or whatever it
No,
was.
yeah, it'd be Texas barbecue. That'd always be the one. Mighty Meaty, Texas barbecue, bush, away we go. Fucking amazing.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything else to add to that.
Instead of saying takeaway, if we just make it fourth meal, so you're drunk at home and you've got shit laying around, what's your go-to meal? Like,
I'll probably make myself a stir fry, or kind of some sort of hardcore beans on baked potato.
cheese on toast, bitch. It's all
Cheese
about
on
the
toast.
cheese on
It's
toast.
it's got to be. That's too dry for me.
It's a Welsh national dish. It's like it's made for that kind of thing. So what I tend to do is, if I've got a pack of bacon as well, I'll make 2 slices of cheese on toast, really crisp fry some bacon, like cremate that bitch, and then put that in the middle and make a sandwich, and that's just fucking glorious. If you get some proper mature cheddar,
I used to do something similar. I mean, this is back before I was legally allowed to drink, but kind of one of the things I would do would make kind of cheese toasties, but with the cheese, I'd also include barbecue flavoured crisps.
that sounds fucking glorious.
Oh, God,
actually,
it's so good. It's so good.
should we get a sandwich maker?
No, I can't. It's not worth it, mate.
No,
It's not. They're such a pain in the arse.
sorry, I could hear a lorry reversing.
Yep. There is definitely a lorry reversing.
Anyway, I don't know. Actually, that's just reminded me. I've lost my fucking waffle iron. I don't know where my fucking waffle iron's gone.
You did used to have a waffle iron, didn't you?
I had it up to the last move, my last house move. Where the fuck has it got? If I've lost that, I'm going to be pissed. That thing was expensive as fuck.
Oh, really?
It was
Oh,
like,
mate, it'd be
60
wicked to have
quid or
some.
something.
Yeah, it'd be wicked to have some waffles going on.
But this is the thing with all kitchen
waffles.
gadgets. You'll in. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Bacon fat waffles. Oh,
Oh, interesting.
that'd be quite cool. But yeah, all these kind of kitchen gadgets and stuff, they all have a very, very limited shelf life. They come
Yes.
into your life for like a brief period of time, and then they disappear back onto the shelf
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
while, and then
absolutely.
you remember you got it, and then you do it again. For another month.
It's. I mean, it's usually gets to the point where you've kind of damaged the Teflon coating a little bit, so they're suddenly not the easiest thing in the world to clean.
Yeah,
and
right.
you just go, oh fuck, do you know what? I just can't be arsed. Then you sort of leave it somewhere until you forget that you fucked the coating, get it out, use it, go, yeah, waffles. Oh shit, this again.
Oh fuck, that's just reminded me. That's like a spaced quote, isn't it? Jesus. It's like they compare toasted sandwich makers to distant relationships. It's like well, when you remember you've got one, it's wonderful. You'll take it off the shelf and you'll have Marmite toasted sandwiches and like cheese toasted sandwiches and bacon cheese sandwiches and onion cheese sandwiches. And as much as the need takes you, all of a sudden it's gone. And then you put it back on the shelf and you forget about it. So what you're saying is stop with your boyfriend and have a sandwich?
Oh god, I need to watch Spaced again.
Oh, it's fucking awesome. I completely misquoted that.
Yeah.
It's much better. But
Yeah, cool. Should we have another topic?
why the fuck not? Because we're only an hour and 10 in, so getting through... Actually, no, we're not getting through these very quickly.
No, that was
This
only
is
number
going-
4.
I'm getting quite nicely paced. Okay. And I'm getting nicely pissed.
Yay!
Oh, it's one from me. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is a big one.
Righto.
Dinner party. Invite 5 people, living or dead.
Oh god, no, that's
One,
really difficult.
I don't know why I've asked this because I hate the concept of dinner parties.
Oh, they're
But
rubbish, aren't
still,
they?
just all right. Let's call it 5 people to have a drink with them. No, go to the pub or hang around in the shed. Fuck it. No, I'm changing this topic on the fly. 5 people to do a podcast with, living or dead.
Okay, interesting. Podcast is a little easier than a kind of night out because suddenly that can include some of the people that kind of wouldn't work at a dinner party or a night out, such as H.P. Lovecraft.
Or do you think it'd be quite dull just sitting there? In the
Oh,
corner?
I just don't think
And racist.
Absolutely. Oh, what's that, Howard? Oh, it's the blacks, is it? Oh. But yeah, I'd probably get a collection of just Lovecraft related people. So I'd get H.P. Lovecraft, I'd get probably Kel, because she's a massive fan of H.P. Lovecraft. I'd get Charles Stross, because obviously he writes
awesome.
And maybe Cliff Burton, the former bassist of Metallica.
Yeah, okay.
And who, it turns out, was into H.P. Lovecraft a little bit.
Basically, you're just having, like, you're not going to do a podcast, you're just going to sit down and play Call of Cthulhu or something.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Of course, there's the alternative, which is we go the survivalist route, where I would invite Bear Grylls, because you kind of got to, Ray Mears, Bruce Parry, who's an anthropologist, did Tribe, I think was his big series.
Yeah, I knew I'd recognise that name.
There's another dude. Damn, I did have the fourth one. It was wicked. Like in my mind, it'd be kind of like the young ones, but for survivalism. Oh damn, who was the fourth? I don't know. Let's say David Attenborough, or
That's a good call.
or Sir Boating McBoatface.
Cool. So my 5. I think one that's always been on my dinner party / podcast list has always been Skin Diamond.
Yeah. Oh, dude, well played.
Because she's a massive nerd, seems like a lot of fun.
Yep.
Can have a couple of smokes.
Yeah.
And seems like a massive laugh. I'd also like to have JP Anderson from Rabbit Junk, for obvious reasons.
Yep.
Bit of eye candy. Not that Skin Diamond's not. Eye candy. Skin Diamond, for those listeners that don't know, but you're on the internet, so you do know, is a porn star. But I kind of like just following her on Instagram and shit like that because she's fucking hilarious. But JP Anderson as well. Unfortunately, I would also have to have another Bit Riot Records artist.
Is it the dude from Cyanotic?
Yeah, Shane. I can't even remember his second name. I think it's
Shane Cyanotic. That'll do.
He's just purely because both of those have been influential in everything that I've enjoyed in industrial music, and that's my flavour of music anyway. So that's 3. I would really like to have shit.
Yeah, that last person could be difficult, can't they?
I've got 2 more to go.
I mean...
Oh, fuck yes.
Yeah?
Will Rankin.
Sorry?
William Rankin.
Oh, of high ranking fame.
Yes.
Yeah.
One, because he's, like, again, one of my favourite musicians, even though really artistically probably not the most creative of... No, that's wrong.
The dude seems like a lot of fun.
He's done some good fucking music. He's a comedian, does his bit of stand-up, does a podcast that I really fucking enjoy, and he's the son of my favourite author, Robert Rankin. So, absolutely 100% have him there. And actually, you know what? I'm going to go for an author instead. I'm going to go for Philip K. Dick.
Oh, okay.
Because his favourite sci-fi writer.
Wait, which era Philip K. Dick? Are we talking pre-crazy, crazy, or post-crazy?
Pre-crazy.
Pre-crazy.
Yeah.
That seems like it'd be less fun.
Actually, thinking about it, Electric Sheep was kind of like as he was in the transition, wasn't it?
I don't know, mate. I don't know enough about him, about his chronology.
Yeah.
I still need to read that book.
Scott Carr would be a good... I mean, obviously it'd be a bit of a live wire, but I mean, it would be quite entertaining.
Okay, so what about if we make this out of podcasters? Like, known podcasters? Because, I mean, fuck me, I would love to do a show with Griffin McElroy.
Oh, fuck, yes, that's number 1 on my list as well.
He's one of the funniest motherfuckers in podcasting. You can find him on My Brother and Me.
They don't need fucking advertisement. The fucking McElroy brothers don't need advertisement.
And also, like, he started a new one with... And he's a writer for Polygon, and he's started another one.
Screw Philip K. Dick off. I'm having Scroobius Pip.
Yeah, good point. But yeah, you can also find just Griffin McElroy on his new show, Cool Games Inc., which is fantastic. That's something.
I did start listening to it, however, I did delete it off my subscribe list.
How comes?
I wasn't listening to it. I just never felt like it.
Oh, really?
Which is a shame, because, yeah, Griffin McElroy is hilarious as fuck. And the other guy on there, I can't remember his name, sorry, he was amazing as well. But
yeah.
It just seemed like a giggle fit, and it was just a flight of whimsy the entire time. And of course, that's what the podcast is. But sometimes I do need a little bit of extra substance to it. Rather than, but what if this is funny? Oh, what if this is funny?
Oh, fair enough.
But it's a good podcast. Everyone should come out and try it at least.
Yeah, that one's not on the Maximum Fun podcast network.
No.
Talking about that network, and I know, like, you've brought it up before, like, we don't need to put any more advertisement their way. However, there's a new one they've got going on. I don't know if you listened to it yet. It's called the Beef and Dairy Network podcast. I was
interested by that because obviously it's British.
It's fucking ridiculous. Like, the episodes, I've listened to one so far, the latest one. It's 17 minutes long, and it's ridiculous.
Oh, fuck. I didn't realise it was nice and short.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is just stupid every step of the way down.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's well worth listening to.
So actually, what is it about? Because the advertisements all just it just sounds like a guy who's pretending to be in the beef and dairy industry.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
And that literally it?
And the issues they talk about, for instance, in the episode I've listened to, they talk about the dangers of lamb.
Okay. So basically they put scare tactics out for other meat.
And also they do some bovine news, and they do a bit about how a cow's just been elected mayor of an Australian town. Yeah, it's
right,
stupid and it's very entertaining. It's silly fun, but it's well done.
Cool. So if we're making a list, right, let's get back to it. So list of 5 podcasters. So Griffin McElroy.
Yep.
I'm going to vote for Scroobius Pip.
Yeah, fair dues.
Also, phenomenal spoken word artist.
Yeah.
Does his rappy raps and is an amazing interviewer. You wouldn't expect it from him, but he's so intelligent that he can just have a chat with anyone and pull information out.
That's the same as with Joe Rogan.
Yeah. And as much as I hate to also include this guy, but he's one of my personal heroes, and I might actually put him on my list for my 5, Adam Buxton.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that. Adam Buxton is fantastic. If we're going dead or alive, we've got to include Hilden from...
Motherfucking Hilden. Actually, no, fuck it. The last 3 places are the guys from Super the Hardest.
Yeah,
Done.
Fair enough. Yeah, Hilden, Bo and John. With Griffin McElroy.
Yeah.
And I've got to have one of the Giant Bomb guys involved there.
Shit, you're right.
Or maybe Scott Mosier.
Ryan Dunn. Ryan Davis.
Yeah.
Can we have a 10-person podcast? We've not left the chair for us.
Fuck it. Don't need to be involved.
I'd have you, babe.
Oh, you too, sweetie. Oh, it'd be lovely.
Yeah, but as like a standby in case one of them cancels, yeah. So, anyway, I guess that's my question answered. But then again, we didn't really do my dinner party thing.
No, fuck it.
Fuck dinner parties, basically.
Why did you go with dinner parties? Dinner parties are terrible.
It's a classic question we didn't have come up in the pot. So I was just trying to think of topics, and it's just like, that's a very obvious topic.
Yeah, okay.
I'm glad we changed it.
Has that not come up before? I thought Hal did that one at some point.
Well, I changed it then.
Well, yeah.
Sweet.
Podcast, yeah. Wicked. Cool.
All right.
Let's see what
Thank
we got
you, Tom,
from
for that
the,
one. Very nice of you to write in.
Community chest. Hello, Dom.
All right. Captain Sickbeard. Well, that's wrong.
I promise you guys, your questions are in there. It's just Dom sends a lot of questions.
He did 7 this week. 7. He does about the same every single week, so it's getting massively thrown. And Ricard, bitch, you told me you were going to send in some topics.
What's going on with that, man?
Yeah, man.
Shit.
Ciao.
Anyway, Dom asks, power of veto. Return a topic to the pot and draw again. 2 podcast cooldown.
Right, so this means basically the next topic we draw out, we need to talk about in 2 podcast time.
Okay, interesting.
Should we try it?
All right.
I mean,
sweet.
I can write.
Yeah.
In my notebook,
go for it. I think there's a little compartment.
Shit, it's got to be from the community box. In 2 episodes' time, it's community special.
Yep, absolutely.
So,
and I couldn't think of a better time to veto because there's only the 2 of us. It'd be nice to get some.
Are you going to read it out? Or?
Yeah. This comes from Captain Sickbeard.
For fuck's sake, all right, Dom?
Lies you tell.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah, no, you are. Yeah, you're a good portion of our lifeblood. Lies you tell yourself.
Okay, let me just write this down. Yourself, right? Like it's in the notebook. We'll do it in 2 episodes' time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does this mean we have to think? Well, we're going to be thinking about it now. Actually, just you and me are going to be thinking about it, so we'll be able to pull some fucking killer topic off.
Yep, hopefully. I mean, I'm sort of in a weird point of life because I'm slowly discovering I'm lying to myself less and less. This is having detrimental effects on my on self-esteem and whatnot. But, you know, I figured that's kind of the teething problems. At some point, I'll get over that bullshit.
This is kind of your mentality, though. You wake
But
up...
maybe that's the lie. Maybe the lie is that I'm lying less to myself.
Paradox!
Oh, the call is coming from inside the house.
This is kind of part of your personality. You wake up thinking, oh no, this again. So, okay, so it's one from me, innit?
Yes, it is. Please draw, sir.
It's a good time to start the podcast up again, isn't it? Sorry. Lifting the curtain there, we just had a pee break. Okay, so this one from Ed Paul again. Blimey, 2 in one show.
How long's this one?
It's not too bad, only 4 lines. Which fictional villain would you be? Oh, God, I can't really read this.
Does it look does it look like it was written by a homeless man?
Definitely. Spare change gov. And one of all of the answers, who would conquer the others? Okay, so we got to pick a villain each, and we got to fight them against each other, basically. I mean, the classic would be Moriarty, but I'm not making my decision now.
See,
Evil genius.
I don't know if I'd want to be the evil genius archetype.
No, that's the thing. I wouldn't want to be Moriarty.
No, and but by the same token, wouldn't particularly want to be kind of Hugo Strange or
No.
or I don't know, the Marvel equivalent, whatever their evil genius is, Doctor Doom or whatever. I'm not really interested.
Doom, probably.
Yeah, not really interested in that sort of shit. I'm sort of more interested in if I was going to be the bad guy, I'd like to be wrecking shit proper. So I don't know, Carnage.
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
And
I've always quite liked Carnage.
I guess kind of like the opposite in the DC universe is Joker.
Yeah, but then they wouldn't fight. I don't think they'd fight.
That would be Ed Paul's fucking decision.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't
it would be the Joker, hands down, for Ed. Yeah, no, I think. Is it Carnage? Because I don't know. There have been some fantastic bad guys. Again, from the Spider-Man universe, Jackal. He was the dude who did did all the clones. He caused a shit ton of grief.
Yeah.
Kind of evil genius archetype, but it got really dark really quickly with him. And I don't know, head games were always fun.
Oh, speaking of dark, me and Ed both showed you the Red Hood animated DC short movie, which is basically Joker beating to death Robin with a fucking crowbar.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's pretty gnarly.
And it gets really fucking dark. Well, and again, fucking hell, Joker, the origin story of, Barbara in the wheelchair. Not Barbara. Gordon's daughter. What's her name? The Oracle.
Oh,
the Oracle.
Barbara's daughter. Is that Barbara Gordon's daughter?
Yeah.
The Oracle. Oh, okay. I didn't realise.
And Detective Gordon as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the Oracle.
Wait, hang on, I thought Barbara Gordon was...
No, wait.
Gordon's daughter.
No, okay, so it is Barbara Gordon.
She becomes the Oracle?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Didn't realise.
She gets shot in the spine by the Joker?
Yes.
Just left there to die?
Yeah, during the Killing Joke.
Yes, that's it, Killing Joke.
Look at me exhibiting some comic knowledge. Oh, I'm such a geek.
Well, I'm trying to work out, Barbara, is that the wife or is that the daughter? I can't remember the name of the wife now. Mrs. Gordon. Come on, villains.
I'm already. I'm drawing massive blanks.
The Dalai Lama from Robert Rankin's Apocalypse book, Armageddon the musical.
Oh, no, I have read it, but
It's basically the reincarnation of the Dalai Lama stroke TV host.
Yeah,
And also stroke ruler of the world.
Right. Okay.
He's an amazing. Hedonism is just him.
Okay.
He just lives for experiencing everything, but also has these like supernatural powers and all this kind of stuff, but still gets undone by Rex Monday, who is just a clever, bumbling idiot.
I tell you what, if we're going to go with like full-on fictional villains, Lucifer.
Yeah.
Like the devil would be quite an interesting one to be because
again Bible fiction. Yeah, that's the plot I would play.
Yeah, godless lefty fuckwanks is what we are.
Only if he's played by Peter Stormare. that Satan is the best depiction of Satan I've ever seen, and that's over Tim Curry.
See, my favorite my favorite villains are and I suppose kind of Magneto from X-Men falls into this. It's like villains who are
shades of grey,
are kind of best mates with their counterpart on the good side.
Well, I'm going to say best mates, but yeah, no, there's history there.
Yeah, old friend sort of thing. I've always really liked that idea. It's a really nice dynamic.
And also, it's the fact that, all right, Magneto is obviously out for not domination of the world, but like he wants what he sees as his species to be the predominant species on the planet.
Yeah,
with the mutants. However, he's kind of twisted that way by his life.
Yeah.
Like for his entire life, he's just abused and destroyed. Like his family taken away.
Nothing goes well for him.
Manipulated, used as a weapon, sort of thing, and then he's twisted into that person.
See, I quite like depictions of the devil and God in that same thing, kind of almost matey adversaries. And there's proof that there's got kind of evidence for it in the Book of Job.
Okay.
The Book of Job is all about the devil and God have a wager about this most pious man, Job, and like the devil's like, I reckon I can get him on side. I reckon I can turn him evil, and God's all like, nah, mate. And the entire book is all about the devil wrecking Job's shit. And it's kind of I don't know. It's not my favourite book, other than the fact that it's this weird situation of the devil and God having a wager, which I've always liked the idea of in terms of the big war between heaven and earth, between heaven and hell, the battleground being Earth. I've always liked this idea that kind of God and the devil have committed to their bits. And they're both like, no, I mean, I can do this. And I had an idea for a story based on that recently, in which they meet up on a bench. Do you know what? It'd be that bench in Men in Black where where Jay spends his time just kind of thinking it through. That sort of skyline.
Contemplation stool.
Yeah, exactly. And just have them meet up there in the year 2000, just to like have their regular catch up and their chat.
Won't it be strange when they're all fully grown?
Who's that?
It's a pulp lyric.
Okay,
it's from the
oh no, I don't know lyrics.
Year 2000. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Busted. Are you quoting Busted at me?
No, it's pulp.
Oh, actual pulp. Right. Okay, fair enough. I thought you said pop lyric. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe something along those lines. But the other villain archetype I really enjoy, which is kind of what makes the Joker and Carnage so appealing, is just how I think they'd be described in the alignment in D&D, where you kind of
chaotic evil,
absolutely
neutral evil.
So you got lawful, neutral, and chaotic, and then
good, neutral, evil.
Yeah, and then good, neutral, evil. So you got 9 variations of it.
Yeah.
And it's that
matrix of personality.
Exactly. Yeah. It's that chaotic evil end of it that's always really interesting. I can't remember the name of him, but there was a villain exactly like that in one of Terry Pratchett's books, The Night Watch.
Okay, I've read that one. Okay.
It's one of his better ones, and the bad guy is just he exhibits no comprehension of the fact that he's doing anything wrong. And the fact that he's a villain in Vimes' eyes is purely coincidental to him. It's just like he's doing his thing, and he's run up against the Watch. And
I'm trying to remember what character this is.
He only features in that one story.
Okay,
but kind of that sort of villain where you're just so far gone that nothing's off limits. Nothing. Like you're more insane than anything.
Another good villain, actually, from Terry Pratchett universe is the Magistrate.
The Magistrate?
No, he does feature in the Night Watch as well.
I don't know, the Auditors.
It's in the Sky series with David Jason and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if it was Colour of Magic or the one after that he did.
Like Fantastic.
Yeah, it was played by Jeremy Irons. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I swear it's like Magistrate or something.
I do not know.
Oh, right, I'll cut that.
Yeah. Well, not bad. We got that long before we encountered something that we'd have to cut.
I won't cut it.
Yeah, fair enough. Because unfortunately there's another depiction in the Sky series of Discworld books. It was the villain from The Hogfather. I think
that was the first book I read as well, but I can't remember much of it.
Was his name Mr. Tea Time? I think perhaps.
Yeah, that rings a bell, actually.
And he's depicted in the show by the dude who was in The Hustle as the blonde hair, blue eye guy.
Yeah.
Blue eye guy. The young, inexperienced one. And I really wish I could remember his name, but his depiction of this just creepy as fuck, insane in the membrane.
I've got it in my brain.
Yeah, that is an absolutely wonderful villain.
Yeah, he played that part well. Jesus Christ.
But I think I'm gonna have to fall back on Carnage. I just quite like to be Carnage.
Yeah, all right. So I've got to pick one, haven't I?
Come on, what you got for us? You're just gonna fall back on Joker?
No. I don't want to do that because all that's coming up in my head is fucking Alan Rickman as the Sheriff of Nottingham. I don't play villains. I play very interesting characters.
I don't play villains.
That's better.
I play very interesting characters.
Nailed it, mate. That's all that keeps popping in my head when I think villain, because it's just beautifully camp and spitting everywhere and just... But he's not a particularly good villain because it's the Sheriff of Nottingham. His undoing is the fact that he's shit. Yeah.
And then there's the other archetype of the villain who actually turns out to be the good guy in the end. But just going about it in a different way. For instance, again, Alan Rickman, Snape. Snape is a wonderful character.
I'm not a fan of Harry Potter, though.
Yeah, fair enough, because it all revolves around like the ultimate evil bad guy, the ultimate magical Hitler not taking over a school.
Yeah.
It's
kind of weak, isn't it?
It is a little bit, but it's also it is a lot of fun.
What's going? Actually, speaking of rolling, what's going on with these new films that are coming out?
Okay, so the new film that's
starring
coming
the guy from what's the Stephen Hawking film?
Oh, Redgrave. What's his name? Redgrave.
Something Redgrave. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it Stephen or I can't remember.
What's his tits? Yeah, him. But yeah, it was like to do with the Department of Magic or whatever, the bureaucracy of...
No, it's based in America, and it's based on the book Magical Creatures and Where to Find Them, or it's something along those lines. And it's kind of... it's set in 1920s, 1930s America, and it's just going to be kind of more focused around monsters. She released a series of 3 books, which I haven't read.
Okay.
After the Harry Potter series, there was the Tales of Beedle the Bard, Magical Monsters and Where to Find Them, and I know some of the bullshit. I wasn't really that interested.
Is it worth paying attention in your?
I don't know, because I mean, like, there's not a lot about the extended lore of Harry Potter that really kind of made me want to jump in and go, yeah.
To me, the main story seems kind of boring anyway.
The main story is brilliant up until the last book.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. It's very well paced ish. I mean, if you look
at caveats here are just massive.
Yeah. if you look at it literally, the first book is tiny and the last books are massive. So perhaps it's not that well paced at all. But the last book was just an absolute piece of shit.
I remember
I really didn't enjoy
watching
it
the movies. Like, I kind of enjoyed watching those 2 movies back to back, the part 1 and part 2.
Yeah, okay.
But again, it's just the characters are all a bunch of unlikable wankers. Like, I didn't like Harry Potter, didn't like Hermione, didn't like the ginger dick.
Did you not?
No.
Oh, I thought they were very well done.
No.
I thought very faithful to the books, and perhaps because I'd read the books beforehand, I already had kind of an appreciation for the characters instilled. But yeah, the films were fine.
Bookworm, bumbling idiot, Jesus figure. That's all I ever saw. Like,
Jesus figure?
He almost seemed like the saviour. Like, he's the child that's born unbeatable, and then he goes on and is unbeaten.
Yeah, I mean,
every single... Okay, I didn't read it. Watching the films, every single film he comes out ahead.
Yeah, but the point is he comes out ahead just.
Yeah, where's the fun in that? Like, make the fucker fail every now and again.
Yeah, I suppose.
All right, yeah, people around him die and all this kind of stuff, but he never particularly fails himself.
I mean, I think there's an argument to be made against that.
Listeners, can you tell I'm buying for time while I think of a villain?
I mean, you could perhaps argue that he was never really put in too many positions to fail massively, and those that he did scrape through, like on luck. Or having just enough time to go, I'll stab this book with the sword. sort of thing.
Sorry, that noise right there.
Is that you figuring out a villain?
Yep.
Yep. What you got?
Rasputin from Hellboy.
I don't believe I
Have you seen the first film?
Yeah, a long time ago.
You remember the very beginning where there's
No, I remember nothing about
fair
it apart from the colourful characters.
The origin story of Hellboy is he's summoned to Earth by the Nazis and is found by the American soldiers there to intercept this Nazi thing going on.
Right.
The person who's summoning him to Earth is Rasputin.
What's Rasputin doing anything for the Nazis for?
No, he's not. He's there using the Nazis.
Right, okay.
Okay, so they're basically putting all this time and research into supernatural. This is like the myth of the Nazi kind of looking into the supernatural to find a victory.
Here's the thing, you don't... Like, Rasputin as a fictional villain is kind of a moot point, because as an actual villain, he did pretty well for himself.
Yes.
They tried to kill him loads.
And at the point where they threw him into the river, he was reborn by Yakanaba? Is that the name of the chicken-legged house? It's a witch, basically.
Right, okay.
In folklore.
A chicken-legged house?
Yeah.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah, it's a house with a chicken leg. I can't explain it any better.
Okay.
Yakanama? I think that's the name. I think it's a Russian folklore witch, basically, who buries Rasputin's soul under the roots of the earth tree or life tree, whatever it is.
Yggdrasil.
Yes.
No, the world tree.
Yeah, the world tree, thank you very much. To preserve a part of him. So his body may have perished, but the soul still remains.
Right.
So at which point he becomes reborn and then goes and tries to find some power somewhere so he can carry on his works and try to bring around Ragnarok, which is the 7 ancient gods, something Yama, whatever that is.
Okay, fine.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Brings around the old serpent gods and all this kind of shit to bring around apocalypse. Basically, he's there to destroy existence. He is fucking unstoppable. Every time, well, he's not unstoppable because if you read enough Hellboy, but never mind. But he does continuously pop back up because he's unkillable. Like the myth of Rasputin, where he's been like stabbed so many times and thrown in the river.
For 4 attempts on his life. I think he was shot, poisoned, and maybe stabbed.
And it was drowned.
It was the river that done him in the end.
Yeah, and that's the point where the kind of book picks up.
Yeah.
So yeah, unkillable, bringing around apocalypse by worshipping the old gods, supported by the mythical beasts and, well, the more evil, less benevolent folklore creations of the world, and seems to be the only saviour for them because they're coming into a world that no longer needs them or thinks about them. It's kind of like the Terry Pratchett book where the gods no longer...
Small gods. Yeah, as they get less following, they get smaller and smaller and just become wisps.
And so, like, that kind of mythological beings are kind of disappearing, and he seems to be the only saviour at points.
Okay.
And he's bringing around the apocalypse, which just wipes out the human world altogether. And there's just Hellboy and BDPR, just the only things that are stopping them.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I haven't read any Hellboy.
I love Hellboy.
Evidently.
I know. On my holiday, I read Air Force Gator halfway through the Charles Stross book and 3 volumes of Hellboy. Like,
nice.
So good. Just revisiting the first 3 volumes and just going, oh god, this is why I love it. Oh god, it's such a good character.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the actual devil.
I'm going to go with Rasputin.
No, fair enough. It's just, just the idea of the Prince of Hell is because he's also a wrong. I feel he's a wronged character.
Oh yeah, because his only actual trespass against God is questioning himself.
Well, yeah, he was the first individual.
Well,
he was the first thing to stand against God and say, yeah, but what about us?
Well, isn't one of his ancient names translated to the questioner? Or
no, it's Lucifer is.
No, Lucifer is Morning Star.
The Morning Star, Morning Star is the bringer of knowledge.
Yeah,
which is kind of Promethean in its context.
That's also a mistranslation, if I'm correct.
Is it?
I believe so, because the Hebrew. Oh no, sorry, it's Lucifer. Lucifer's the mistranslation from Morning Star, because that can also, I don't know. I was reading an article online. I can't remember what it was, some scientific well, not scientific, theological paper.
Right, okay. Oh, get you, sir.
No, this, to be fair, like, Satanism, and I know it sounds so fucking goth, but like Satanism and the Bible and everything really interests me. Like theology,
dude, I'm completely the same. It absolutely fascinates me.
Absolutely fascinating, because it's been so translated and passed down and diluted that it's added in all this extra stuff that you need to. It's like fucking Star Wars extended universe kind of shit, right? So you have like different layers of like canon. So, all right, Disney have taken it over now and said, right, this is one type of canon that's outside of us, and this is our canon.
Yeah.
Whereas before there was like 8 different tiers. I wish Ed was here; he'd know it off.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they've all got a letter signifier as well. So. Like, this is way out there stuff. This is the furthest reach of the extended universe. Then this is a little bit closer in, and it gets more and more relevant to the actual canon of the films.
Okay, fine.
So, it's exactly the same thing with the Bible, or with angels and demons and devil and God.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, you've got Gnostic, you got the Gnostic works. Some of them would be gospel, some of them would be, other stories. You've got the lost gospels, such as the Gospel of Judas and Thomas and Mary Magdalene.
Yes, that's right.
You've also got the Jewish Apocrypha, which is where we get the stories of Enoch from. That's where shit starts getting really weird. There are lots of different levels to it. And the thing is, the reason Lucifer does really interest me as a character is because I'm never entirely sure that he's not the wronged party in it. Mm-hmm. Because when you boil things down, God seems like kind of a dick.
God was benevolent to a point.
But was he ever?
No, he was with us, I believe.
And he seems largely arbitrary in his actions.
Well, this is where you get back to that the philosophical
Thank you very much, I was making last time.
Yeah. But is it pious because God decrees it's pious, or is it pious because it's right?
I mean, it's not just that. You've also got the issue of kind of the Lucifer character being cast out for daring to question the gods. And now there's this game between the one who dared question and, the Almighty, and we're their battlegrounds.
Okay.
But in doing so, and in giving us free will, allegedly, but still somehow having a plan, like, we're merely chess pieces. That does not seem like a good entity, and Lucifer kind of starts seeming more attractive at that point.
Well, it's the point where it's benevolence. It's complete, utter, I've set you off, let's go. Is
it benevolence, though? And that's kind of... That's one of the more interesting sides of that mythology.
Yeah.
Is kind of, it starts getting murky really quickly. Because, I mean, if you start looking into the Apocrypha, and especially if you're willing to take, like, the works of Milton and...
to be honest,
and Dante...
Dante, of course, I know, I've read that, but...
So you kind of, you're talking about, like, the creation, the guys who came up with the choirs of angel, and, like, a lot of the...
This is some of that far-out fan fiction stuff.
But, it's also, like, what a lot of people base their angel beliefs on. But, like, angels don't have free will. They're just agents of the gods.
Yeah.
It's like, well, why is that good?
Slave.
Yeah, exactly. You've created a slave race.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
That's basically what, like, Kevin Smith film Dogma was all about.
Yes, he does bring that up, doesn't he?
Why the first created are less loved.
Yeah.
And not given free will. And then humans are just treated, they were given paradise, they turned it away, and still God loved them.
Yeah.
Like, anyway. Let's finish this fucking topic.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
I'm going to stick with Lucifer.
Rasputin fighting Lucifer.
Yes, let's do it.
Right, so Lucifer trying to bring down all humanity.
I mean, okay, so the first reason they'd have to fight.
What's his goal in life? Well, eternity.
See, it gets debatable with Lucifer. Like with the Hellboy, with the Hellboy version of Rasputin, it's quite obvious. The dude wants to bring along
around complete and utter annihilation of everything.
Now, if you look at the books of Revelation, apparently Satan wants to do the same thing with the birth of the Antichrist and whatnot, which I'm learning all of that in Survivors. But
you're not learning about it from fucking Survivors.
I don't know. I might have to do an entire show on that at some point.
Oh, shall we?
Yeah, you read it as well.
Yeah, all right. I'll read it.
We'll
and then
dissect it.
Yeah, dissect it. Yeah, I'll write some notes.
I don't know. I think there would be a reason for them to fight, because I don't think there's any interest in Satan bringing down an apocalypse, because he won't win. He won't win.
But he wants Judgment Day.
Sorry?
He wants Judgment Day. He wants... What's his main want? Is it souls? Is it to prove God wrong? Is it...
Good question. To deceive, I guess.
It's not to deceive, though, is it? It's to question.
No, I mean, his main function is to torment and to punish, which makes him weirdly an agent of God. Yeah.
That's the bit that I don't get.
Yeah. A big question mark over that. I don't know. I mean, I'm just going to say, like... Satan would probably win because he's the prince of hell.
Let's go with Constantine rules, since I brought up Peter from there. So Satan there literally just wants all the souls. He wants to have power over God in the end days. He wants to have an army that's going to overthrow heaven.
Yep.
Okay. So his battle is to do with against God.
Yep.
So if we can say that if he defeats God, it undoes what God tried to do. Proving God wrong, therefore, makes him not infallible, which means that everything in creation is wrong, which undoes creation. There's the lid of the teapot falling off because we've drunk that much whiskey, ladies and gentlemen. Is that a fair enough sort of statement? Is it me, or is Rasputin trying to do the same thing as Satan?
Oh, maybe they're one and the same.
They're trying to undo creation. They're trying to destroy everything. So after, like, half an hour conversation, Ed, your answer is... Tag team match, bitch. They'd be on the same side against God. Done.
Cool. All right, I suppose we got there in the end.
What an anticlimax. Who said two-man podcast couldn't work? We've yet to listen to this back. It could be absolute bollocks. For the last half an hour.
Right, okay, right. So
thank you very much, Ed, for that one. That was a good fucking topic, mate.
Yeah, dude.
It went to weird areas, but
unexpected.
Two-man fight, though, I think that was probably better with two hosts.
Yeah.
If that had 6 people fucking fighting for that.
I mean, because the thing is, like, you're always going to have trouble kind of matching anyone up against Satan.
Everyone would pick fucking Satan in our group because we're all a bunch of fucking gobs. Right.
Right then, Captain Sickbeard.
All right, Dom.
Have you heard that there is now a device that a man can have inserted into his ball tubes that acts like a light switch for sperm? Sort of optional vasectomy.
Oh, what? That's pretty cool. Really?
Oh, I see. Like, so when he says light switch...
Why don't I have one?
Literally sort of hit the button, turn it off, and then fuck with impunity.
Oh, mate, if the hippies had that in the 60s, Jesus Christ.
Well, no, they still would have got massive amounts of gonorrhea.
Well, no, yeah, STDs would be like 90% of our populace, but sex would have been non-stop.
I had not heard about that.
No, neither had I. Is that real? Did he just 3D print it and stick it to his chest and tell the girls that's what it was?
I just kind of like the idea that he... what's the name of the thing that Iron Man has in his chest?
Oh, I don't know.
the blurdy cube.
The energy glowy makes t-shirts look even cooler.
The Chester John light.
Yeah, that's the one.
So he just like 3D printed one of those. He goes, if you press the button.
Why have you turned into Alan Rickman?
That wasn't the button. If you press the button, no sperm comes out.
Very interesting characters.
No, do you know what? I hadn't heard about that.
No,
and that actually sounds like
amazing.
A light. It's just sorry. It was the wording that got me. It's like a light switch for sperm, and like what I got is when you came, it would come out phosphorescent or something.
Brilliant.
So it's like, I'm gonna come, baby, blah 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 blah, and then like you'd leave them looking like they've just walked out of a psytrance rave.
Okay, now you're definitely explaining my bedroom antics. If you're going brap brap brap, and then psychedelic rave.
Blat.
Oh, blat. Okay,
Blat.
sorry.
Blat is the coming terminology. Blat. I hadn't heard about that. That does sound useful.
I want one.
Yeah. See, this is the thing with when it comes to contraception. I've always been fine with the idea that kind of we're the ones shooting shit places. It should be kind of on us to.
Not if you're doing it right.
So are you talking to coitus interruptus?
Oh no, I'm talking squirters.
Yeah, but they're not projecting anything fertile at us.
No, quite right.
No, we're the ones throwing fertility
Babies
at them.
at their womb. Yeah.
So I've always felt it's kind of on us to. I always really feel bad for women who feel they kind of have to go on the pill. Because I don't think it's on them. Now, I mean, the other side of that story is that a lot
medical
of women
benefits.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like a lot of women find it useful for kind of reducing, things associated, like pains associated.
Polycystic ovaries, like there's many medical benefits for actually going on the pill.
Absolutely, but as a contraceptive
not always
method,
for every single person, but
no. But as a contraceptive method, I've always felt that maybe kind of the onus should be more on us.
I've always felt that way as well.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, we do the blatting, and then can just fucking walk away from the situation. We don't have anything growing inside of us. So
look, let's put it this way: if you were to wear a condom, who's the one who could just rip it off? It would be you.
Yeah.
Therefore, the onus is definitely on you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not that I've ever done that, girls that I've slept with. Honest. I don't know. I completely agree with you.
And that sounds like, if it is a switch, that sounds ideal. Because that kind of sounds. I'd be interested to look into it because if it is a more mechanical thing, I don't know how that would work, but if it's a more mechanical thing, that sounds like an interesting way around the problem. Because the other problem I've got with contraceptive pills, and they exist for men as well. You can do it's not so much the pill, but
it's not so prevalent though.
There's a contraceptive implant, because the onus is still for some reason on women, and it's ridiculous.
If I could get a jab every month, well, obviously, actually no, I'd take it in the tenderest of places. Like, if I could get a jab every month that would stop me being fertile with no side effects, of course I would go for that.
Yeah.
But then again, I've always been tempted with a vasectomy because, to be honest, like, I love the idea of having kids as adults.
Yeah.
Like, I love the relationship I have with my parents. Fucking, it's amazing. It's like having best friends that are more worldly wise you can always turn to, and they're there for you. Absolutely beautiful. However, I don't want fucking kids. I hate kids.
Yeah, having to be something even slightly authoritarian or dictatorial.
And I imagine you always hear, like, if it's your own, everything changes.
Yes.
Of course, but how do I know that? How do I know if? Because I have a feeling I'll be that guy.
Yeah, so like
with a baby going, "You're a fucking knob."
Yeah. I'm gonna be such a shit to my kids when they're young and they can't understand. But there's always that kind of worry that if you get to it, what happens if you do, like, it gets pulled out of your partner and you hold it and you just look at this thing and just go, "Oh, you were a mistake."
Exactly, and 9 times out of 10, that's going to be the case. I mean,
9 times out of 10.
No, because how many times you're never ready for a baby? That's a fucking cliche at this point.
Yes.
You are never ready to have a baby. Financially stable, you've got your own house, you're married, or whatever the social norm is. So
it is certainly getting more.
9
and more
times out of
that way.
10, babies are accidents or not expected, at least. Let's put it that way. Okay, you may not be putting.
I don't know.
You may not be using contraception or any kind of prophylactic kind of measure, and then a baby occurs.
I doubt it's as high as 9 times out of 10. But yeah, I'm sure
It's got to be up there though.
I'm sure there's a significant sample size that is just.
Okay.
It's obviously accidental.
Like, my 31st birthday is coming up at the end of this month. And I thought to myself the other day, like, literally, like, 2 days ago, like, what if I had a baby now? Especially seeing as 3 of my fucking exes now have babies.
Really?
Yeah, it's a weird place in my life, mate.
Hang on, how am I doing? One of them's got 2. And I think another one's about to have one. And I think, I think another one's about to have one. Yes.
Because once you've ruined your life once, it's already ruined, so... That definitely counts as one.
Yeah, all right.
See, that's my whole thing on it. It's just like, I really enjoy my life right now.
Yeah, but that's right now. I mean, we start getting into the territory that I've got with my new niece.
Yeah.
My brother spent his entire life going, I'm never going to have kids. I'm not going to get married.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Nah. And then I think, was it like 5-6 years ago? He sort of, I called him up and says, oh yeah, I'm getting married. Like, oh shit, really? Kieran? Is that you, mate? Is that, what's going on? And then, like, a little while later, I'm told about, having a child. And it's like, fuck off. You? Really? And he said, do you know what? It was just, we got to a point and we just felt like we needed, we wanted something else. We needed a completion. And
I hate to be so soppy, but that sounds quite nice. That's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of...
I can't imagine myself getting to that point, but then again, neither could Kieran.
Because the thing is, they both entered into the marriage going, nah, I don't want kids. And then they kind of got some time into it and just went, do you know what? It actually feels kind of right. So I imagine it'll probably sneak up in the same way.
We're getting to the wrong side of our 20s. I'm definitely on the wrong side of my fucking 20s. I'm fucking 31 next month. Couple of weeks.
You're on the right side of your 30s at the moment.
This is the thing, my partner Rita wants kids at some point, but she's nowhere near that point now. She's told me, no, this is not happening now.
Yeah.
But at some point, she wants kids in her future. Maybe, I don't know, I kind of feel like, is this kind of the social norm? Again, I've said that fucking phrase, I'm going to slap myself the next time. Is it kind of a normal thing to do that the man just keeps going on his life to the point where I'm assigning gender roles to it.
Because you're getting weirdly phallocentric there.
Yeah, no, it's a cliche, shall I say? It's a cliche that the man never actually wants kids, but then it kind of happens, or the partner wants kids, and then it happens to him.
I don't think
that's a cliche.
I don't think that's the way at all. Well, no, because I mean, both of the new things in my life, both the new people they're not people yet. They're still screaming tortured potatoes. But both the new entities have come out of situations, one from my brother and his missus, and one from Wenchi's brother and his missus. They both parts of the couple just went, let's have kids.
Yeah.
It was a unanimous decision,
mutual thing. Yeah.
And I've also I've got mates who have had kids under the same circumstances. It doesn't seem to be this thing that men have their arms twisted into.
I wasn't saying that, but I mean, it kind of like the man is completely what's the word? Doesn't care either way. What's the word? Ambivalent. Thank you very much. So completely ambivalent to the situation. Doesn't care if it doesn't happen. Doesn't care if it does happen, and it kind of just happens.
I mean, I suppose
that's the cliche.
I suppose kind of the source of that idea might come from the fact that from a young age, with dolls and kind of
assigning gender roles,
gender norms and bullshit. Kind of girls and later women are kind of grown up into the idea of finding a partner, having a baby. This is our thing.
You know what? I've changed my mind. I want kids so I can stop that fucking cycle. So I can raise my kids to be whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah. And
not have that pushed upon them. I don't feel like it's pushed upon me. Like my parents, of course, they'd want fucking grandkids. Of course they would.
Yes.
They're a family. They're people that like having their family around them. But they've never given me any pressure as such.
So in the interim, a ball switch might be quite useful.
I want a fucking ball switch.
A ball switch would be top notch.
Which is very close to what I wrote down as the topic in this book. Literally, CSB : sperm switch. Although colon sperm switch is kind of a nice porno title, I think. Oh God! Because here you start running into the problem of how do you activate like sperm swapping?
Is it a minor surgical procedure in order to turn it on and off?
Mate, I would take a slice in the balls to just turn that shit off for a night.
Or is it kind of if you got a colon sperm switch, you got to before we do this now, you got to promise we're not going to do any bum stuff, darling. But I'm just going to put my finger up your bum. I'm going to hit the switch.
Oh, no,
and then
again, the
and then we
onus
can
is-
fuck with impunity.
No, it's on the man. So you got to stick a finger up your own arse to turn it off.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Baby, I was already up there.
I'll turn it off and turn it on at the same time. Yeah.
Fuck yes. All right. Thank you very much, Tom. That was a brilliant fucking topic.
Yeah, nice one, dude.
Right, we've gone over the 2 hour mark. Can we just do one more fucking topic?
Yeah,
So I'm
fuck it, go
enjoying
for it,
myself
man.
a lot. Right.
Absolutely.
Okay. We have one from the host pot. Hot pot. Here we go. This one's, from Taran. It's kind of annoying because I put in a topic very similar to this today. Never mind. Okay, so do you think social media and mobile phones have helped or hindered our actual social skills? It's really annoying because it's very close to what I'm putting today.
It's an interesting question. I think the answer is yes.
In both counts.
Yeah, absolutely. It kind of, I've seen evidence. I've been part of it, kind of sitting around a table or kind of sitting in a group. At times, when we lapse into silence, people just start getting their phones out and fiddling around, and they'll be less inclined to discover conversation. But by the same token, they can also use that to discover the next topic of conversation. And just, have you seen this, mate? Sort of thing.
I think the only way it's actually hindered social interaction is if you were ever searching for the answer for anything, it's at your fingertips. Whereas back in the day, it was like you'd have a 20-minute conversation about trying to remember a dude's name or trying to remember that film, what the name of that film was, or...
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, you can always just Google that on IMDb now. So, I mean, apart from that... I honestly believe, like, I really fucking hate, okay, this is going to completely blow the topic I've just put in the fucking pot, which pisses me off. Fuck you, Darren. I really hate all these pictures. First of all, they're shared on fucking Facebook or Twitter or Tinder, or, not Tinder, sorry, Tumblr. Not those kind of pictures.
I think you meant Grindr, Tom.
The pictures I like. Pretty boys. All these, like, artist renditions of zombies looking at their phones, or, like, a child being run over by a bus whilst the mum's looking at her phone, because we're all fucking zombie nation.
No,
I fucking hate that, because every time I'm looking at my phone, I'm doing 9 times out of 10 again. I'm doing something fucking creative or something worthwhile. I'm not wasting my fucking time. I'm organising a fucking podcast, mate. I'm organising a D&D session. I'm rewriting a website. I don't look at my phone to just do bollocks.
No,
I don't do it to waste time. The only time I look at my phone to waste time is to wake up in the morning to give myself, like, those 5 minutes of interaction with the internet that I need to wake up. Because I need my brain to engage.
Started to do exactly the same thing, yeah.
I wake up in the morning. If I'm struggling to wake up on an alarm, oh god, that rain is heavy. Shit.
It's going to be interesting to see how
Mate,
this
we're
comes out.
trapped here with a whiskey all night.
Uh-oh.
So the only time I'm trapped with my phone, it's a way to wake up. If I can't get out of bed, where I'd usually hit snooze and waste an hour of my life just in bed, rather than that, I'll now look at my phone for 5 fucking minutes and be like, right, ready to go, get in the shower.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm with you. I mean, some, like, those artist renditions or kind of artist interpretations of modern, yeah, absolutely. So some of them are very good. Like the ones that kind of focus on judgment and kind of more in-depth internet interactions, they can actually be, really well done. But like, yeah, the zombie ones, it's like, well, fuck you. Because before this, I mean, my phone, if I'm spending any amount of time on my phone, what it's being is kind of a more selective, more compact and kind of more efficient newspaper.
That's the fucking word. It's efficient.
Because I mean, I'm like, if I'm spending time on my phone, I'm reading shit. I'm finding shit to read.
Fucker.
Or the other thing I'm doing is if I can't be asked to put any words together, I'll go trawling around shit and just share stuff on Facebook. and just go, isn't this funny? Isn't this funny? And then kind of fill that in with actual sort of, bits of interactions here and there. But there's kind of, at that point, that's still sharing, I'm not being indiscriminate. I'm sort of sharing stuff that is kind of...
But are we okay, well, I'll play devil's advocate. Are we neglecting something? Are we ignoring people in our lives that we could be spending some decent quality time with? Are we...
No, because they're not there on my journey to work. No, they're not there when I'm behind the set.
All right, I completely agree with you there. I'm like at work and I'm listening to a podcast, or I'm like listening to music or whatever, and an audio book even. Yeah. So I'm catching up on my reading and all that kind of stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you're in a room with your partner, say, and you're both there, like Heather's there with your iPad and you're there with your slate or whatever, and you're just not ignoring each other. Are you ignoring each other?
No, you're not. And I think the interesting differentiation to make here is rewind kind of 10 years and sort of say you're with your girlfriend at the time, and you just kind of hit that lapse where you don't need to say anything. You're both perfectly content, just hanging out, not doing a whole lot.
Beautiful moment in your relationship where you're happy with silence.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you would run into this question. I'm sure you ran into this question all the time. It's like, what are you thinking about?
No, I don't have that from Rita, actually.
Oh, not from Rita. I'm telling you sort of, I'm asking you to rewind, like to go back a touch, like sort of being faced with that question of, what you're thinking about. If you're just kind of on your phone, that changes to what you're looking at. Oh, there you are. Oh, yeah, that's pretty funny. What are you looking at? Oh, yeah, no, that's pretty funny as well.
There's some interaction there,
yeah. Absolutely. I think it's kind of...
Sorry, just to interject. The question I get from, or the statement I get from Rita is, tell me a story. And then out of the blue, I have to pull one thing. Quite often, it tends to be an explanation of like scientific nature. So like, why is the sky blue? Or like, how do electrons bond to other... how do atoms bond together using electrons and that kind of thing, and quantum computing. I fucking talked to Rita 2 days ago, actually 3 days ago, about what quantum computing was. And it was just like, okay, trying to explain to someone who completely does not understand the interaction of electrons over distance. Yeah. And then, oh, God.
Yeah, do you know what? I ended up doing the same thing because I don't know. I think to a certain point I'd been unfair to Heather. Like she'd ask, she would always tell me what's been going on with her day, and I have listened to that.
I love that conversation.
And I see, I'm terrible at it because I just assume people aren't really that interested, and I'm not convinced I can make it interesting. So I don't bother. But kind of a couple of weeks ago, I'd happened to be doing some reading. I'd be going through some philosophical theory, but that'd been the main thing.
You may be able to tell listeners.
That'd been the main thing of my day. So when we were outside and just kind of having some fresh air, and she asked, "Oh, well, what have you been up to?" I was like, "Oh, not a lot. What have you been up to?" She told me her entire day. It's like, well, do you know what? Maybe I should just fucking go into this.
Yeah.
Maybe I should, because I've just assumed for weeks now that she's not going to be interested in this at all. So let's give it a shot.
Can I just make a prediction? Can I just make a prediction? It was like the floodwaters coming over the dam. Like it all just came out all at once, everything, and it just flowed really easily.
No, because
okay, I'm wrong.
but you're not entirely far off. It was absolutely lovely, and she said after the conversations, we need to do this more often. We need to kind of have these interactions. Like fucking right, we do, because it was nice to see her think and communicate in that fashion. It's something I'd not really experienced from her before. Sorry, that was the end of that story.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, that was kind of in answer to what you had with Rita. But so social media, I mean...
Do I think it's the way we've changed our social interactions? Yes. Do I think it's purely negative? Fucking no. Yes, there are good sides and bad sides to it.
As there is everything. Because the thing is, it's just without social media, do you know what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be reading a book, which... The situation is left no different, except people won't have a go at you for reading a book.
No, but that's in all fairness, that's you on an island on your own.
Yeah.
You are completely in your own head at that point.
Yep.
The same with video games or, I don't know, listening to music or just anything, or painting or anything you want to do with your time.
It's all creating your own bubble. Yeah.
Insular thing. So do I think that going on Facebook and Twitter is a hinder to social interactions? No.
No, but it is a change, but it doesn't...
okay, all right, devil's advocate, it's a crutch.
It can be a crutch.
When you're bored, you're no longer bored.
Yes.
Those moments where you're sitting there waiting for a train, or I just hit the mic stand, sorry. Sit there waiting for a train or a bus, or you've got a spare 30 seconds. Yeah, all right, you pick up your phone.
Yep.
Stare at it like that's your life. But it's a very,
it does...
what would you be doing with your time otherwise? You'd be fucking kicking your heels. Like, you would be doing nothing with your time.
Yeah, watching TV, reading a book, doing something else. Absolutely.
I hate... do I believe that I'm an edge case, maybe? Okay.
Well, I sort of specific...
do you think everyone is like us? Do you think they use social media as a means to stop
I know people who are absolute social media whores, but also will just talk endlessly.
No,
absolutely endlessly. You know, it works both ways. Like I'm in the other direction. Like I might crutch more in the social media way, but that's because I'm not very good at starting conversations.
The most active people on social media, if we take it from that kind of viewpoint, the most active people on social media for me personally are Johnny, that used to be on this podcast. He's our man from Istanbul.
Yes, our man from Istan.
Also did the Pot Topic Not So Live Lounge.
Yep.
Which we need to do another fucking second update for that. He is because he's trapped over in the country away from his... Well, I said that wrong. Trapped over there.
He's not trapped. He's living.
He's living his life in a different country, and that's his contact to his English mates is on social media.
Yep.
So he shares a lot of stuff and a lot of links and a lot of internet garbage, basically.
Yeah.
In a way, as do we all. And then second in that list is my mother, who only 2-3 years ago got a mobile phone. Motherfucker wouldn't get a bloody phone. I had a phone from the age of 11. Like, what's that? 1996. I had a mobile phone. And then my mum has only got one a couple of years ago. She's the person on Facebook every single day, liking things, commenting on all of our fucking pages.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's not been a part of that world for very, very long. That has nothing to do with her social life.
Yeah. She's
out there singing in choirs. She's there touring the fucking country. She's fucking sung up bloody the O2 and Wembley. Like, it's got nothing to do with her social life.
Do you know what? I think it's kind of...
I hate this. I hate the impact of... Like, social media should not be viewed as a hindrance to social interaction. Or social skills.
I think it suffers, like, from the immigrant stigma.
Or it's a scapegoat.
Yeah, exactly. It's something to point out and go, oh, this is what's destroying culture.
Godwin's Law. Fucking Nazis. The Jews, fucking scapegoat. Blame for all world's evils, like social media is now. I'm going to bring down every conversation to Nazis. So, with that note, should we wrap this shit up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nazis!
I suggest for the song, fuck it.
I was actually looking forward to this point. About halfway through that last topic, sorry, I'm talking with vape in my voice. Halfway through that last topic, I was like, Taran's got to do a song on his own. So, what have you got?
Well, I mean, I can either go with the one I've already sung today, which is Banana Juice, sung to the theme of Makila Hava.
Or
I don't know, what's that famous bit of bagpipe music?
Old Lang Syne?
No. Da 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 da.
Let's go for Banana Juice.
Okay.
Go and get started.
Banana, banana, na, na, banana, na, na, banana, na, na, juice. Hey,
share and tell a friend.
Banana,
it's the only way we're going to get out there. Come on, guys.
Banana,
2 hosts on our own.
Banana, na, na, juice.
Our website is podtopicpodcast.com. While you're there, sign up to our newsletter. My phone's gone into lock mode. Hang on 2 seconds. Keep going. Our Twitter is at podtopicpodcast.
Juice.
Our Instagram is also at podtopicpodcast. Use the hashtag podtopicpodcast and get on our community wall. Emails at podtopicpodcast.com. Send us something, we'll read it out on the podcast.
Juice.
Thank you, Save the Juice. Rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Also fucking subscribe there. I only realised that was a thing for the charts. What the fuck?
Juice.
Like and subscribe to our video on YouTube if that's how you prefer to listen to it.
Banana juice. Oh,
Clan fucking Clash Royale. Someone come and join me and Ricard. Hosts. I'm not even talking to listeners now. Hosts. Join our fucking Clash Royale clan. Come on. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to up to Wankers Bollocks on for 2 hours. Bossy!
Goodbye!
Booyah! Thank you very much.
Oh, cool. Right, well, should we carry on drinking?
Fuck yeah. The music used in this episode was Meatball Parade by Kevin MacLeod from Compotech.com. It's licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. Please see the MP3 comment tag or show notes on podtopicpodcast.com for more information.
So, what was I reading today that I quite enjoyed? So, you know, the second most famous symbol of Christianity?
What, the fish?
Yeah, the ichthus.
Yeah.
Did you know?
No, the fish is pronounced.
Did you know it had its origins not in Christianity at all?
No.
Wow.
Where's it come from?
It's hardly surprising that. What were there? There were 3 sources. I can't remember the name of one of them. Maybe a Byzantine gods?
I've never questioned that. I've just taken it as gospel.
Well, I mean, because so you've got to bear in mind that the fish was always taken as the source, or like, you know, a representation of Jesus's power, because he created, you know, it's the feast of the 5,000 and whatnot.
Yeah, that's where I assumed it came from, to be fair.
However, the ichthus, and it's had its name was slightly different. I can't remember the complete Latin for it, but it had, you know, it was a representative icon for, it may have been a Byzantine god, I can't remember her name, but also Athena/Venus.
Yeah.
And the great pagan mother goddess.
Yeah.
And it used to be called, it was something along the lines of the Vesala ichthus, which meant vessel of fish.
What's the relation? Sorry, I'm not getting
Vagina. It was a symbol for vagina.
Really?
It was a fertility symbol for vagina.
Dragged out stand-up fallback joke. Vag smells like vagina.
That shit's been going on forever. It's been going on forever. That's where the symbol comes from. Like, biblical scholars will agree. It's just like, yeah, okay, like, the past of this symbol is kind of a little shady.
Wait. Oh, sorry, I'm just getting mind blown at this point. Sorry, yeah. The symbol for Jesus, the everlasting, the resurrected, the saviour of humanity, the second biggest symbol for him in the charts
is vagina.
Is based on a hackney stand-up comic joke.
Well, because it's not just the smell thing. Because if you look, okay, so take the symbol of the ichthus and turn it.
90 degrees.
So turn it 90 degrees upwards, so that the splayed end is upwards.
270.
Which, you know, that being the aqueous lines, and then the fish size is actually, you know, it's the shape of a vagina.
Well, sort of.
Sort of vaguely, symbolically, sort of thing.
To be fair, mind blown, and I'm appalled.
Why?
Well, not appalled. No, that's too strong.
I love the fact that, you know, that being the second most. Granted, like, relegated purely to the realm of car bumpers. You know, it is the second most potent symbol of Christianity, and it is pussy.
Do you know what I love? I've only seen 2 in my entire time of driving, which is the fish symbol, the whatever you call it.
Yeah, the
whatever.
Icarus.
But with fish for the band, fish. Reading it. That's pretty good. Right, I'm going to quickly have a wee in the garden because cut out the middleman of Thames Water. I'm going to
fair enough.
Oh, it's raining though.
That's all right. We'll just come back and
It's
warm
out
up
the
with... we'll just warm up with whiskey. I'm going to do the same.